Hey everybody, we are back again with Persona Nova. Sorry, I had a small little stroke there for a second. I forgot where and when I was and which
Oh, wow.
timeline this was. Um, but yes, we are playing Persona Nova today, and let's just fucking get into it. I'm Zemian, the guy running the game. As a reminder, this is an adult game. If you don't know what that means, go back to episode 1, listen to all the introduction stuff where we talk about all that fun stuff. Otherwise, let's meet the cast and the name of their characters.
Mm. Oh, that's me first, right? Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Idol. I am playing the character of Theta. Just Theta, no other fancy nicknames.
You should get a fancy nickname.
No, I'm
They're
okay.
good. Okay. My name is Lane. If you see me online, I might be Florian or Saint Florian to you. I'm currently playing Ross, also known as Aftermath.
I'm Skolex, and I'll be playing Zara, the #1 hot new Nova.
And I'm Shutalk, and I'll be playing Moses, also known as Blink.
Phenomenal. So, um, who wants to recap what happened last time?
We had a party, man. It was good.
It's true.
Anyway, to be a little more specific, we finished up a large portion of our training, basic classes, things that you would expect heroes to learn. Basic medical procedures, combat training, so on and so forth. The 101 regimen of Project Utopia. Mostly done with that. There may be a little more to come. Not sure yet. Still stuff on the horizon, such as us setting up our base of operations.
Yeah.
Checked in, things were underway. All of our improvements were approved, and that should be done here soon for us. Once we got that confirmation, we finished up with classes. We met our man Bryce, who will be our manager and point of contact moving forward. And he's got a million things to do, setting up our base and all that and good stuff. So we talked, we left, planned lunch with Liam, and then went to Ibiza with Rakes to this club known as the Amp Room.
Yeah. The Nova only club.
The
The Amp Room.
Nova only club, exactly. Each of us kind of split off in different directions from that point, meeting a bunch of other Novas, exploring powers, so on and so forth. We met Belladonna. One of us was infatuated with Belladonna. One of us wasn't, but was still, cordial. They talked for a while. We met the DJ, who's called Echo. I forget their full name, but Echo nonetheless. Might be planning something with Zara in the future. More or less just enjoying ourselves at probably the greatest club on earth. And that's where we left off, in the middle of that revelry.
So we're gonna pick up where we left off with Ross having stepped out of the club and is out on the Ibiza streets. He's gone looking for a place to try to be alone. There's definitely some immediate baselines that were obviously continuing to linger outside of the amp room, hoping to spot or get time with some of the Novas inside. You're able to eventually break away far enough that they stop trying to get your attention. Wander the streets and eventually make your way to what looks like maybe a some kind of bar or restaurant that is it's like an open air layout near the beach. Um However, tonight it seems to be closed. There's like a few security lights on, but obviously because it's open air, there are just tables and chairs sitting out. You're able to kind of have a seat alone for a moment.
Okay, that's good. A moment of solitude is exactly what I needed. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit there, facing out towards the streets, maybe nearby beaches if I could see them. Um,
Mhm.
just contemplate what happened. I mean, I've been putting it off. I've been pushing the thoughts aside because there are a lot of things that I can do with what I've been given, these powers, but I haven't really taken the time to process just the fact that if I step out of this suit for too long, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt other people. So, through this drunken stupor, perhaps, I'm just gonna feel that out for a moment.
Okay. All right. We'll leave you for now to explore that. Over in the club, you guys. Um, last I recall, Theta, you were just hanging out with Rakes and his crew, small talk, dancing, just having a good time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Moses and Zara, you had talked to Echo. Is there anything more that any of you want to be doing? I think you had looked around for Ross, if I recall correctly, but obviously Ross is nowhere to be seen in here at the moment.
Yeah. Theta was kind of half keeping an eye on where people were moving to. So she probably had noticed Ross at some point moving towards the second floor. I don't know if she would have seen him leave, though.
Yeah, I think that would be feasible that you saw him maybe go upstairs, but haven't seen him since.
Yeah. Last name. Did they find me? I can't. Sorry. Sneezing there. Did the other two go find Theta? I don't think they did yet.
I don't think they had. So let's run with that. The two of
Yeah.
you looking to bring everybody together. You eventually find Theta at a corner of the dance floor. Rakes is there. A few other goth slash alt people are there with them, dancing. Some small talk going on.
Zara will just join in the dancing.
Okay.
Like if they're in a circle, she'd walk into the middle of the circle, bust some moves, and then join the circle.
Yeah, sure.
Fair enough.
Moses, I think, is gonna just for the moment be like somewhere else dancing by his own.
Okay. Sure.
Ada, how are you, girl? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm
Can you hear
peachy.
me? Yeah, peachy. Okay, okay. Just making sure.
Where'd you two wander off to?
Oh, we were talking to the DJ and to the plant lady over there. She's really nice.
Theta will kind of like glance around and be like, okay. Um,
Time
what?
to
I'm just
dance
gonna.
again. Let's go.
Well, wait, we're missing somebody here.
Who?
Theta just look at her like we're like a. What do you mean, who? I mean, I saw him go upstairs earlier, so I probably doesn't want to be disturbed or bothered or anything. But have you guys really been keeping a track on, Ross?
Oh, I haven't been keeping track on anything. Ross, right? Maybe we should look. I'm sure it's fine. How can anybody not be fine here? Come on, girl, put those hands up. Let's go. I like this one.
All right. Theta's like she hasn't stopped dancing in the meantime, obviously. But she is gonna like cast an eye around again the room. Um, did she see that Ross was with somebody at that point when he was heading upstairs, or did they go like obvious
Yeah,
like
probably. If you
separately?
saw him going up there, you would have seen somebody going up at the same time.
And she
So it
knows
wouldn't
what
be a
those.
stretch that they were going up there together.
Okay. Does she see that person around? If not Ross.
Um, hmm. I'll say yeah. Since you're actually like concerned about looking for this, you're looking around, sweeping across the bar, and you're pretty sure you see that guy at the bar getting a drink.
Uh, she's gonna take a moment before she says anything. Keep dancing with Sarah there a little bit. And then she's going to tap Zara on the shoulder and kind of make a motion for her to follow. And then on her way apart from the group, she'll stop a bit and be like, "We'll be back. Just gonna go find our fourth member here real quick." And then she'll slip away and grab Moses as well and lead them both towards that guy at the bar.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, the guy he's sitting there. A drink is put in front of him as you guys approach, and he's taking a sip of the drink.
Yeah, okay. Then it's just gonna be like, "Hey, dude, sorry to bother you.
What's
That
up?
guy you were with earlier, where did he go? Is he still upstairs?"
Um, no, I think he came down here. I don't know where he went after that.
Cool. You weren't up there very long. Everything okay? That feels really weird to
Um,
ask. I'm not trying to snoop, I swear.
yeah, you know, I'm not really.
You know
How do
what?
you
That
know
was.
him?
Oh, he came with us. He's our friend.
Okay. Um, yeah, things just didn't work out, I guess you could say. So, I don't want to go any more detail than that.
Nope, that's fair. I feel really weird asking any of this to begin with.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Um, mm,
Girl, I thought you were taking me to the bathroom. If you want to find him, we can just call him. Phones, and she'll call Ross.
oh yeah, that's gonna work in the middle of a okay.
Hey, I know these things.
Yeah, you start calling Ross. Ross, your phone is ringing.
Just gonna look at it for a second, think for a moment. I'm gonna send a text back. I'm gonna let it ring and then send a text back. Call me when you're outside.
You just knew.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, you get Zara gets
Oh
that
my
message.
god, will we always have to end the party early because of him? This is starting to be a pattern here. And she shows them the message and like points towards the exit. Oh, but hold on, I need to prepare. There are people outside. And she'll open a little mirror from her purse and kind of put her hair in place and check the makeup. Everything's perfect. We can go.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
Well,
well,
mhm, go ahead.
hopefully it won't be gone long. It's just, best to keep an eye on everybody. God, I feel
Okay.
weird doing this. It's like I'm turning into uh well, I don't know who I'm turning into.
His
What?
mother, maybe?
Maybe. That's weird.
Come on,
Actually, I
mom.
Well,
think no, I think that was worse. That's worse. Don't call me mom. Oh god. Gee, oh.
Well, well, I mean, you don't have a
I don't need one.
Tata mom? That's cool, right?
No, just Theta. Just leave it at Theta. It doesn't need to be anything else.
Mommy Theta.
I
Come
am
on,
going
she'll
to
punch
kill
us.
you.
Let's just go, please.
All right, out we go.
You guys head outside. Naturally, the baselines are still out there. And they are seeing a group of you coming out. There is a number of photos being taken. There are people.
Zara is like holding them in an arm lock, like around
Yeah.
each of their neck, and just posing. Come
Yeah.
on, guys, smile. This is the life. Yes. Theta, come on. I'm sure you can smile a bit. Come on for the photo. Jesus.
When Theta looks at Zara, she'll smile, nice, big, and toothy, and like all of her teeth are pointed.
Beautiful. Thank you, girl. Yes.
Take a note.
But she looks like down, a bit distressed.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Nice.
You guys managed to get a little ways away from the crowds. Things are quieting down. It's almost jarring how quiet things are outside of the club. Once you're away from all the baselines lurking outside. And you guys go ahead and you give Ross another call.
Hey.
Hey, where you at?
Oh, yeah, I stepped out of the club. I just needed some air. I'm a couple streets down. Not open at the moment.
Okay, well, I mean, we came out of the club now, so we can't go back in. Otherwise, we'll look like losers. So we might as well go there. Can you like
Is that how
show
that works? I mean,
Yeah, that's how that works.
Really?
Yep.
what about every time you go for a cigarette break?
You can smoke in the club, at least I was. I
Oh,
saw some
yeah.
people.
Okay.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
I'll see you guys in a minute then.
See ya.
I don't know. I was gonna go back in.
Oh no, honey, no. Why? Unless you have some pressing matters, that's like the worst thing.
Why?
I mean, you can pretend you forgot something, I guess. Well, we need to like set a standard, like we have some other places to be at, to seem important. You'll get the hang of it.
They're just gonna like scratch at her arms a bit, like looking a bit confused. And without all the extra stimulus from inside the club, I imagine her brain with the drugs she's on is just like reeling at this moment.
Sure. Yeah. You guys start heading down the streets the direction Ross told you. You eventually see the place he must be talking about because you do see a lone Ross sitting at a table at a closed restaurant on the beach.
Oh my god, this is depressing. What are you doing out here?
I just needed some air. I'm kind of really drunk at the moment. And
Okay.
Uber up right now. So, yeah, beach time.
Beach time.
Okay, that's cool.
You have more of that stuff, the Novara Queen, or what did we call it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I also have no
I've
clue what
never
you're
just
talking
never-
about.
I think she's talking about the sober up stuff.
Oh, well, he said he doesn't want to sober up, and I don't want to
Oh,
sober
yeah.
up.
Yeah. No, I'm just, let's wait it off this time.
Well, that's good. You shouldn't be cheating anyway. I was just thinking for all of us. But if you want to be drunk, let's go. Let's go. Find some liquor store. I mean, you can be here. I'll just Google. I'll just search really fast and see if there's any store open nearby.
Okay.
Easily. There's absolutely several different places you can go get alcohol.
Okay, who's staying? Who's going? Don't make me carry it. Come on.
You can take
Uh,
Moses with you if you want.
I can just like go there. I'll be back soon. You
Oh
Oh,
guys
yeah.
just
right.
chill.
That's right. You're really fast.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So I
Okay.
guess Moses will just zip out and get
Cuba Libres.
sure Cuba Libre works, and I don't know, something stronger as well if somebody wants it.
Sure. Yeah. You run out to a store and pick some stuff up. Um, they seem to the person running the store anyways seems to be pretty acclimated to Novas coming in buying alcohol. They don't really second guess you. They don't even bother IDing you because they saw you speed your way up to the store. And so it's like, yeah, somebody coming out of the amp room probably for some kind of after party or something like that. Don't need to bother checking up on them. Just check them out. You make your way back with alcohol in hand.
Refreshments here.
Woo! That's what I like to
Nice.
see. What a
That
beautiful
was
sight.
quick.
This is
I mean,
really coming in handy.
yeah.
Are you drunk right now,
Um,
Raj? I mean, how do you run? How do you run when you fucked up?
I don't think any of
um,
us are as fucked as you are right now, buddy.
I
Oh,
mean,
oh
I
shit.
think
Okay.
I think I'm actually a good drunk driver, man.
No one's a good drunk driver. Jesus.
There
Drunk
are less
runner,
bad
maybe
ones.
then.
I guess. I mean,
I did knock over a bin or two, but nothing too much,
Nice.
you know.
should we go further down on the beach instead of sitting at the sad closed restaurant, at least?
Oh, yeah.
Sure,
Okay.
we can
Sure.
walk.
Sure.
All right, let's go. And Theta's gonna like offer Ross some help getting up and walking straight.
That's
Granted,
fair.
I don't know how straight Theta's walking, but she's pretty much mostly just high.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Okay. Yeah, you guys just start heading onto the beach. Now this was like a beachfront restaurant, so like the beach is like literally right there. So you just start walking out onto the sand.
yeah.
There's not a ton of lights out here, but the moon is up. And there's a decent amount of light being shown down. There is some light from like street lamps and stuff from further back, but so it's not like pitch black out here or anything like that. But it is dark. Um, but this portion of the beach is mostly empty. You can kind of see that there are people further down. Some kind of party, it looks like. But as long as you kind of stay away from that, you'll kind of be okay to have your own space over here.
Okie dokie.
Zara will take off her heels in one hand and walk barefoot on the sand, and with the Cuba Libre in the other hand, she'll start shouting, "Look at the moon, guys! The moon is beautiful! The stars dancing in the moonlight! Come on, everybody, let's go! Na 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 na. Na, na, na,
Now they're
na."
really bright. That's something, isn't it? Just give a thumbs up from the sand. I've definitely just collapsed at the spot.
Oh, down like a tree he goes, and
How
she'll
much?
start dancing around him.
I'm good. I'm all right.
I'm
Moses
almost.
is trying to kind of covertly take a video
Oh wow.
Okay.
of Ross.
of like you dancing and of everyone, like just he's just yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's trying to covertly take a video.
He's capturing the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will stop him if I notice that, but I'm not really looking, so maybe I should roll.
We can make it an opposed check. So, Moses, you're going to be rolling larceny to try to be sneaky. And then Zara, I think you might also be rolling larceny to spot him trying to be sneaky.
So is that just larceny or
It's an attribute of your choice.
From which category?
Your choice.
Full freedom.
Ultimately, like the attribute that makes the most sense for how you're approaching this, essentially.
okay. I'll take
So
cunning. That
sure.
makes
Yeah.
sense for this.
I just was gonna take the highest. Manipulation in a way that stop doing that.
Okay. Sure.
All right. Skolex's 3 versus Moses's 2. So Zara, you're dancing. You think you spot something out of the corner of your eye, so you start moving in a particular way that shows Moses's hand, that shows that he's essentially tracking you with the phone. He doesn't just happen to be holding it, checking like messages or whatever. Like it, you've effectively manipulated him in a way so that it becomes clear that he's actually recording a video.
He's recording us. No unconsensual videos, especially of your drunken friends, man. That's like the first law. You don't fucking tape us while we're drunk unless you tell us. What's wrong with you?
You're not gonna remember if I don't take, you know.
Well, good. No need for that. Just drop it. No more. Come on, let's dance. Forget the phone. And she'll try to like take his hands to dance. Dancing in the moon.
Oh my god.
While that's going on, Theda's gonna like sink into the sand next to Ross and be like, "You went a little too hard, didn't you? Too hard, too fast."
I went very too hard, very too fast.
Yeah.
That's all good.
I saw you going up to the second floor.
I like open my eyes up and look over. Just slow nod. Yeah, it didn't last very long.
She'll nod her head and like give him a little pat on the shoulder.
I don't know, I feel like I'm complaining about nothing, right? I mean, we've been given this wonderful opportunity and superpowers, no less, but I don't know. I thought it'd be different or something.
I don't know. Doesn't seem like nothing to me. You're kind of captured in a fishbowl.
Yeah, just knock on it a couple times.
I think I'd be pretty pissed if I was stuck like a smoke form like you were. No offense or anything, but I think it's fine to be upset about it. Fuck.
Yeah, I just, I don't know. I guess this is the new normal or something.
For now, until you big brain something else for yourself.
I guess so. I don't know, I mean, You didn't look the way you did, right? How you feeling about all of it?
Weird. Weird as hell, actually.
I'd say cheers to that, but I probably shouldn't drink anything else. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all things considered, it's not as invasive as what happened to you or anything, but I mean, I can't hide what I am, not like the other two over there. They can still blend in, so
Right?
I sort of get it.
Kind of jealous, I'm not gonna lie.
She'll nod her head a little bit, like a very small nod, kind of subtle. I have to say, the weirdest thing for me to get used to is doorways now. Things are just much
Are they
harder to
not
walk
wide
through.
enough?
Well, I wasn't 6'4" before with the addition of horns, right? So I keep catching and bumping my head on fucking everything.
Oh, yeah, no, I get it. I've built this thing way too tall. Got it a few times.
Yeah.
You guys didn't have to come check on me or anything, but thanks.
I mean, I don't know if it's just my track where I come from, but you don't usually let the people you come with go off on their own.
Fair enough. Let's look back over to them dancing for a moment before I probably pass out.
And there he goes.
Zara is like half listening to the conversation and half dancing. And as he passes out, she'll sit into the sand next to him, like sit and say, "When life gives you lemons, you squeeze them in your eyes, snort the salt, and take some tequila. Come on, Moses. Now is the time to take a selfie. Come into the sand. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's
You
do
I'm
like
out
it,
it.
right?
cold.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess they did say that technically, when it comes to the medical lessons, if you're unconscious, that's consent to save your life. So this, I mean, sure, we can flip the rules here. He's
What do you
unconscious.
mean?
That's
He just needs some sleep.
consent to take a
Oh,
Yeah.
picture.
oh
Ooh,
wait,
I
hold
know.
on, hold on. She'll pull
Let's
out.
make a. Yeah, you go. You go.
She pull out an eyeliner and, of course, start drawing a dick on his right cheek.
Well,
Yeah,
remember
that's
On
he's
the
what
fairly.
glass.
happens when you stress out.
Remember he's functionally in a fishbowl
Yeah,
essentially.
so
So
on
you're
Yeah,
the
you're
well,
going to
on
be
the
drawing on the
fishbowl.
glass. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Cool. All right. Yeah. So you draw a penis on the fishbowl.
I also
Um,
draw some fishes.
phenomenal.
All right.
You guys take some pictures, and it's a little while later. Um, there is like the soft footsteps of somebody approaching you guys from behind. And turn and look, and it's Rakes just by himself. None of his friends seem to be with him, and
sup.
he's there's that minty menthol smell coming off of him as he's puffing away on an e-cig. It's like, sup?
Hi, come check this out. And she's pointing to the fish, to
Like,
Ross's head.
just takes a drag and looks at it, just smirks. It's like, that's
Yep.
Michelangelo would be jealous.
I know, right?
So I guess it looks like the party's kind of starting to wind down. So I take it y'all are probably done for tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good to
Alright,
go.
cool.
It was amazing. What a club. I really should
Yeah.
get here more often.
Amp
And
room
this
is
lady,
awesome.
oh my God, Belladonna, she is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
Right.
Um,
We'll talk in a few days.
Sure. Hit us up.
Yeah,
This was
we'll talk
good.
about Belladonna at another time. Right.
before
So,
anything
yeah.
happens, Theta's gonna look over to Moses real quick, and she's gonna like grab some of Moses's hair and just like yank it off of his head and sprinkle it on the beach.
Yeah, bury it there real quick. Yeah,
Yeah, just in case.
Okay.
little time
Smart,
capsule.
smart. He'll be like, "Ow, what are you doing that for?"
I'm gonna grill little Moseses.
Moses's. Meese.
Okay, sorry, we can go now. I'm done. Uh, fuck,
Okay.
how heavy is this guy?
Ross, I
Yeah,
mean, the suit's a little heavy. It's not super heavy. How much might do you have?
3.
Um, you could probably drag him at the very least. It would take effort for sure, but like if you actually like get him over your shoulders, like yeah, it would be effort, but you could carry him.
Yeah. She'll get someone to like just can one of you guys help me get him up a little bit, at least so he's braced against me. Little more dignity than dragging him through the sand.
Sure.
We can just port, right? Zara just stands there, no
Oh
intention
wait,
of lifting anything.
Yeah, we gotta
actually, I
pull him through the portal though.
change while she's looking at Ross there and kind of thinking about how to maneuver him, she's actually going to subconsciously use her boost ability, and she's going to boost her might to 5,
Okay, sure. Yeah,
and then
much
heft
easier.
him up.
Yeah. Much easier to pick him up at that point. And yeah, Rakes opens up the portal, and Novara was light when you left, but it is dark now as you make your way back.
She's
Are you
gonna.
guys planning? Because Rakes will take you where you want to go. Are you guys planning to just crash at the Rash Out facility, or are you each wanting to go home?
Well, Theta has to go to the facility. She doesn't have anywhere else to go, so.
Yeah, let's all go there first.
Okay. So you head back to the Rash Out facility. Rakes specifically opens a portal outside the parking lot. Like you guys appear in the freezing grass on the road across, like on the other side of the road from the facility. And Rakes is holding the portal open, but he doesn't come through the portal. He just lets you guys through, and he's like, well, that's about as close as I'm going to get you. So,
There.
you know,
Bye.
I'll see you guys around.
Yeah, I
And
appreciate it.
yeah, no problem. You know, we should hang out again sometime. And the portal shuts.
Man, my feet are all sandy. He put us in this grass.
I
God.
should point out, you guys are like in club attire, and it is below freezing outside right now, and it is windy.
Go, 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 go inside fast, fast, fast.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys are huffing it over to the building. Ross, you're like not fully awake. You're in that like you're getting just like almost a slideshow of stuff happening. Like you're trying to wake up, but you're just so fucking exhausted. It's not happening. As you're just getting jostled by Theta carrying you. But you guys get in the facility, and the person behind the counter doesn't look too surprised to see you guys. It's safe to assume she probably saw the portal open. She gives you all a nod. Hello again. Are you guys wanting to stay the night here? I take it.
Yep. Can we
Okay.
get in, please?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just do some stuff here, and I'll let you back. She just starts typing away on her computer. You guys are like already like shivering from the cold, getting like blasted by wind, and a wind chill that is already temperatures that are below freezing is pretty gnarly. And you guys end up getting into each your own room and are able to turn in for the night.
1 second. When
Sure.
Theta brings Ross to, like, she'll pop him into his bed there. She's gonna stop. Is there does he have like a glove that she can take off or something like that? I'm not, or is it just
The suit is all one piece. There are probably like external protective plates you can peel off, but like not a full part of the U fiber.
okay? I
Yeah,
guess
it's
she'll
pretty
just
much a
kind of like,
bodysuit.
yeah, she'll just look at it for a minute. And then determining she can't really do anything, she'll just tuck him into bed and she'll leave.
Gotcha.
She was originally just going
Um,
to see if she could stand the smoke, but
right.
we will leave that for another day.
Gotcha. So sorry, I'm dealing with the thing on the calendar. There we go. Cool. So I know I haven't shared it with you guys yet, but I do have a calendar that I have been putting together to help me keep track of where we are in time. So the morning of the 29th, you guys probably are waking up like 10 or 11 o'clock. The upside of the rooms here in the rush hour facilities, the bedrooms don't have, like these rooms that you stay in, they don't have any windows. Like they're ventilating everything very well, but there's no windows to the outside. So like you're not going to get woken up by like morning sunlight or anything like that. So your body's just rest. Now, granted, some of you perhaps, if not all of you, are a little hungover. Theta, you're probably fine. Your body is probably long since burned through all of the stuff that was in
Everything,
your
yeah.
system. So you wake up like, yeah, that was a good time last night. Just, chipper as ever, everything's great. Ross.
You know what's worse? I just
Yeah.
remembered that I'm still under that mind over matter effect where I can't actually sleep. So I've just laid awake for hours working this alcohol off. Like, oh.
Torture.
Gotcha. You could. I'm pretty sure you can voluntarily end it, though.
I won't.
I see. All right.
Yeah.
Noted.
He's torturing himself.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, yes.
Yeah, and for Moses and Zara, yeah, you're a little hungover. It's not super bad because you didn't do anything too hardcore, but like you're feeling it a little bit.
I
But
need
you
to find
guys,
that lady with the Excedrin.
yeah, you guys, if you want, you can try to find one of the medical staff to see if you can get some Excedrin or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, you find somebody and they you're pretty sure there's maybe some judgment, but they give you a dose.
She rolls
Um
her eyes and just takes it.
um you guys make your way over to the cafeteria, get some breakfast.
Oh, yes.
Um your food helps a bit at least. Maybe it doesn't make the headache go away, but it seems to ease the stomach and everything else at least a little bit.
Eggs and
Um,
Vicky.
is there any immediate things anybody wants to do over the next day or so? Because we are about to fast forward through time a little bit.
Uh, I think Theta will get herself a hotel room at this point, not to overstay her welcome here.
Sure. Okay.
So she'll find a
Um,
somewhat fancy one because she can afford it.
Yeah, can do. Piece of cake. You get a nice place in the city. You get like not like a penthouse hotel room, but like pretty nice one that's fairly spacious and it's got some accommodations like a microwave, a mini fridge, stuff like that.
Zara will keep in touch with her fan base, invite a few of the followers to her place, and just chill until it's time to get back to the training at her place.
Gotcha.
Chill at her place, yeah.
Okay, so you're engaging with social media. People seem to be thrilled. There are, a lot of questions of like, what are you going to be doing next? Stuff like that. Is there anything in specific you want to tell them, or are you
Oh no,
keeping?
she'll just call her devotees to come to her place and hang out. Not really
Okay.
respond or engage much with the others,
Okay.
with the numbers.
Got you. So you kind of organize a bit of a fan hangout. So there's going to be a decent turnout. The entirety of your fan base does not exist within Novara. You do have some people that actually come from out of state to come hang out, but most of the people that show up are Novara locals. So you easily get like 30, 40 people showing up. Not saying that's the only extent of your Novara fan base, just that those are the people that showed up. Um,
We're
but
just
yeah,
chilling, doing the whole new age healing thing, yoga, meditating and stuff, pretending that we don't
sure.
live a healthy life.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you're into, they're super into it. They eat it up. Like you said, these are your devotees. These are the people that are like super into you. Um, so you're whatever you want to call it, it is in from some people's point of view, a little cult following. Um, as you're forming this little cult of personality around you. Um, they having a good time. So that's going on. Um, is Ross going to get up to anything over the next few days?
Yeah, I think it's been long enough. I'm gonna go back to university and I'm gonna reinstate my studies. I think I'm gonna get that
Okay,
process started.
sure. Yeah, that's pretty easy to do. It is like on the weekend, but like come Monday morning, you're able to get a hold of the dean and have that conversation. And the dean is like, he's very understanding. He's like, yes, we've been in talks with Utopia. They didn't tell us everything, but we understand there is some extenuating circumstances. But if you're ready to come back, we're ready to have you. Your professors are more than willing to work with you to figure out your catch up work to get you up to speed with what you've missed over the past couple weeks. Is there any special things we need to be aware of for you? Because like I said, Utopia didn't really tell us a lot.
Not really. Just as long as I'm in this suit, everything's good. And I'm probably gonna be done with that coursework very quickly.
Understood. I'll leave the coursework stuff between you and your professors. I'm not going to dictate that. If you pass the courses, you pass the courses. That'll be up for your professors to figure that out. But I will pass that note along to let them know that you think you might be moving at a faster pace. On my end, I'll have to look into how the accreditation will work in that regards. I have not had the pleasure of running a school with a Nova in it before now, so I'm not sure how the accreditation works with considerations of the time spent in studies. I think there are some specific exceptions given for Novas, but I really need to take a look at that. But I will, if there's an issue, I will let you know.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, we look forward to having you back. Just, talk with your professors when you're back on the campus, and I'll send them an email to be expecting you.
Will do. Thank you.
Fantastic. And
Okay.
to hang up, and you're able to get classes back underway. And to be brutally honest, this stuff, some of it was a challenge, some of it was easy, some of it was somewhere in between. Now it's all kind of easy. Like, sure, you see a concept and it's like, wait, what? That doesn't. And then you spend a couple minutes thinking about it and it's like, yeah, makes sense. Got it. Moving on.
Yeah.
Just absorbing information like a damn sponge. And you are caught up and going beyond where your fellow classmates are in a very short amount of time. That said, physically being on campus for you, a little bit of an experience. The fellow students are definitely very aware of you. There's a lot of not people approaching you and talking to you and stuff, but there's a lot of people that are looking at you, noticing you, being aware of your presence. You don't sense necessarily hostility or fear or any of that, but these are people who it's not hard for you to piece together that from their perspective, you're supposed to be somebody they know, but you are something else entirely now. In a way, you are an alien. Because now you are in this suit. You do not appear human anymore. And despite how progressive Novara is, there is an alienating factor because of that. It is not always because people are afraid of you or do not like Novas. It is just that alien appearance influences a sort of subconscious bias of this is strange and unfamiliar, and I don't know what to do. So it's a little isolating. There is occasionally somebody who approaches you and asks you some questions. They're pretty harmless, but they don't really seem too interested in having a huge conversation. They approach to have their curiosity fulfilled.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Moses, what are you getting up to over the next few days?
So Moses would go to speak with people in the facility, trying to kind of get a scientist or someone else because he doesn't want to bother Lane. Oh, sorry,
Sure.
Ross. And he would basically try to ask them to kind of think of something like, I don't know, a polymer that would hold his kind of hair together. Like for instance, if he would take one hair out and put it in like a small sphere or a small cube, so that it kind of keeps it from degrading.
Right.
And so basically that he can just drop balls like basically Tata had him do in the on the beach.
Yeah. So the scientist, you find, she nods and she's like, "Well, hair actually takes a long time to break down naturally. Um, Putting it in a container would certainly extend its life. As far as like a container that is a device that extends it even further beyond that, I mean, that's a little beyond what we're capable of to a degree. Like it would need a long-lasting power source. It would probably have some kind of cooling component. We could potentially look at designing something, but it would be expensive.
Oh no, no,
Um,
no, not that much. I was just thinking like something, like a strong alloy or something, just so somebody can't destroy it just by looking at it or burning it at a first glance.
I mean, you could see about maybe like stainless steel vials or something like that.
Okay,
Um,
cool, cool.
yeah,
Um,
I don't, depending on what kind of forces you're dealing with, it's still kind of destructible, but you know, uh, a person would struggle to mess with something that's stainless steel. Um,
okay. Yeah, I think that's fine for now. I'll just can you guys order that for me or do I need to like take care of
uh,
that?
we should be able to order you a few if you want to try it out. I don't think we can be a continuous supplier for that, but for we can kind of categorize it under testing your powers and get you a few to see if that suits your needs before you commit your own funds to it.
Sure. I wanted to get this done fast. Just can you tell me where do you get them from, and I'll get them myself.
Well, we kind of go through the system where we kind of have a back end in our system that connects to like a bunch of different suppliers where we do like a lot of custom ordering and such.
Mhm.
um I don't know if any of those have like just public facing places where you could go pick stuff up. You could try looking around on the OffNet to see if you can find stuff like that and have it maybe somewhere in Novara to pick it up or have it delivered or something.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. You order a few, and I'll see if I can get them faster myself.
Sure,
Um,
can do.
Thank you. And he kind of zips out, and then he tries to find it online. Something it doesn't have to be like steal anything that's, like, I don't know, any stronger alloy that you can put something in and it's a small container. He just orders like 100 of those, if
Yeah,
anything's cheap.
yeah, you're essentially able to find essentially like metallic vials that are made of a hard alloy, um, off of like a supplier's website for like lab testing and stuff like that. Um,
Okay.
Seems to be these kinds of things kind of became a little bit more popular as like novas started turning up because like there are apparently some novas where they might like be able to generate like chemicals and other things that are like hazardous to glass but not certain alloys.
Okay, cool.
um and other like weird things where for whatever reason a specific alloy is better to contain it than the usual lab materials. Um, so it's a little bit more expensive because it's this not as widely used, not as popular thing. But like it's still getting 100 of them it's not going to break your bank because you're making Utopia money now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he would basically just find out where they get it from, and he'd make it like a, I don't know, a road trip
It
for
would,
himself to run
yeah,
there.
it would have to be shipped to you because these are like suppliers. They don't have a
Okay.
storefront. Yeah, like they
Okay.
manufacture it and they ship it out.
Okay.
Um,
Then he just, for a trial run before it gets there, he just like pick 5, 6 random cities and run there and leave like um parts of his hair just normal to lay out there, just to have a better grasp of his power and try to,
Okay.
port the stuff
Sure.
to kind of get used to the power. That's basically.
Gotcha. Okay. And Theta, you've got your hotel room. Is there anything else you want to be doing over the next couple days?
She'll keep up like a small connection with Rakes through text, just sort of
Okay.
like checking in on him. Again, she'll make a better send a better like thank you text for taking them to Whoopies in the first place.
Okay.
But she doesn't actually leave the hotel when she gets it. She kind of like coops herself up in there for the next few days and
Okay.
does just like personal projects for herself and stuff like that.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, the messages you do send Rakes, he doesn't always respond immediately. Sometimes there are like gaps of just hours. And like one day there's just like no responses from him whatsoever until like the next day. No real explanation as to why. He just seems to kind of respond when he responds.
My
Yeah,
man.
she wouldn't necessarily be overly curious either. Like I don't know if it's exactly normal for her to not respond to, well, she doesn't really have, she never really had a phone where she could easily text people just at the drop of a hat. So I feel like people not immediately replying to her is not something that's going to be annoying to her because
Gotcha.
she's not used to that anyways. She's not used to having that instant.
Right. All right. So yeah. Um the following week, it's on Thursday that you end up getting to go on lunch with Liam.
Oh yeah.
He he followed through on his like, I'm gonna take you guys out to lunch when I have a chance. Thursday he kind of had a couple hours open. And so he ends up taking you guys to a like a steakhouse essentially for lunch. There in Novara. It's a nice place. It's not a hoity-toity steakhouse where you have to dress all fancy for it and everything. Like it's still a nicer place. It's just not up its own ass. And you guys are seated. You've put orders in for what you want to eat and stuff. And Liam kind of smiles at you guys, and it's like, so, I understand you guys haven't had a lot of communication from Bryce, or Mr. McCoy, I should say, these past few days. I've had some communication with him. He's, I think I made the right choice in kind of maintaining contact here because he has been swamped. There is, with the tower being built, obviously, it's things are happening very fast.
It's understandable. It's fine.
Yeah. But how have you guys been doing these past few days? You know, now that you're kind of I understand you guys have like gotten the handbooks and everything finally. Do you have any like questions for me in regards to like Utopia stuff or anything?
Not really. I think this was more like a social
Okay,
call.
just I figured while I was here, I would ask because sometimes, people they kind of get into it and they feel like they have a grasp on everything, and then as they like start settling in, they start having a lot more questions. So, but okay, cool, fantastic. Well, I mean, how are you guys? How are you guys doing? How are you adjusting? Like, is it everything you dreamed being a Nova would be, or what's it like?
I mean, I think I've hit the point where the newness of it is just starting to wane a bit, and I'm realizing this is forever. Not necessarily in a bad way, but
I think that makes sense. I could see that. Um, it is it is sounding like I will talking with Mr. McCoy a little bit. I will have a position at the tower. What exactly the nature of that position will be isn't entirely clear, but I'm still largely going to have the same job, but obviously I will have other responsibilities in between Nova's erupting in the area.
Tell me at least
So
got an office up there somewhere, right? Not just a desk.
yes, very
Good,
likely.
good.
It's nothing's official yet, obviously, but there has been discussion about me potentially being an assistant to Mr. McCoy, essentially. So if he is like too busy or whatever, I can step in and fill in for him.
Oh, great. I mean,
That's
sounds great.
nice.
How do you feel about that?
A little intimidated. I'm going to be honest. I've not, I've been more in this position where I don't have a lot of responsibility for like having people under me per se. Just, helping out people like you adjusting to being in Utopia and extending the offer and stuff, which is very just kind of new faces every so often and stuff like that. Being in even as an assistant, a sort of management role is, especially on this scale, is big change for me.
Gotcha.
But I'm excited too. It would come with a raise, which is always nice. But
Hey, there you go.
yeah, uh, but yeah, it's a mix, like with all things. Little anxiety, little excitement, kind of comes with the territory, I guess.
I guess that does raise a question. Say someone else does erupt here and they take a similar deal to what we did and they sign on with Utopia. They're gonna be with us at the tower, or
That would heavily depend on who they are, what their needs are, and what exactly they're really aiming for, as well as like how does Utopia feel they fit in the grand scheme of things. If we feel like they might bring a skill set that you guys don't have, we might consider putting them in the tower with you guys. But if not, then we would probably see about placing them elsewhere unless they are really adamant they want to stay in Novara or wherever in the local area. Because ultimately, if they're going to be an auxiliary, they can kind of be where they want to be and just be on call.
sure, that makes sense.
Yeah. It's a lot of what we do is a very like case by case basis. We really just, I feel like we lucked out with you guys kind of erupting all at once and being locals here on top of us already like having an interest and having this push to get this tower built. It just conveniently lined up, really. So it really just kind of worked out for everybody in this situation.
No,
Um, I'm. Have you been watching the news lately?
I listen to it, yeah. Whatever's on the radio
Sorry, I should have said this morning.
this morning.
Yeah,
Must have missed it.
there's. I'm kind of hesitant to bring this up because I don't want to like bring down like the mood of this meeting or whatever. But the reality is, you guys might be brought into it at some point, depending on how the baselines end up handling this, and what they find out. The chief of police for Novara did a press conference today, and she has revealed that there were 3 people that sort of masterminded the attack on the university, and they were not present for the attack.
Really?
Shit.
They have names and faces, but law enforcement, there's an active manhunt right now for the 3 of them. I don't know if it's going to escalate to a point where Utopia is going to feel it's going to be beneficial to task you guys to be involved. I don't think it's necessarily a good idea for them to do that. But I just think you should know that is going on. Right now it is thoroughly in federal jurisdiction. They're not looking to include Novas in that situation at the moment. So Project Utopia is not taking the step forward to handle that, because these kinds of things get like very hazy. It's Utopia is we really try to walk this line of we want to help, we want to make things better, but we also need to allow for due process to happen at the same time, and it's a very hard balancing act. So I fingers crossed, law enforcement can take care of it, the feds can catch these people, and that's that.
But there's a chance that we might get brought in. Potentially.
Yeah. To what extent, I have no idea. But these are people that are from the area. They are probably still in the area, as far as we know, in hiding somewhere. And considering you guys were involved in the attack, it might be that maybe you have some insights that other people don't have. He shrugs. Like I said, I don't think it's a good idea. You guys, none of you are really necessarily detectives. Like when I look at your guys' information, I don't see criminal investigators. I see people who are good with people, who could potentially defend people, protect people, step in when needed. But I don't think hunting down criminals is your bag.
Yeah, we're more Scooby-Doo and not Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, not get you.
Yeah. And that's not to like, oh, while that's a nice comparison, I don't want you guys to feel like infantilized by being compared to Sherlock Holmes versus a kid's cartoon. But
People become detectives for a reason. Yeah, it's fine. I understand.
Yeah. And like I said, we try to put people where their skills are best used. It just doesn't always happen that way. Because sometimes We just kind of got to take action. But I thought you guys should know, just because of your involvement in that situation, that at the very least that you know that there are these other people out there.
That's all you know about them? How do you know it was three of them? Do you know anything about them? They attacked our university.
He said we have names and faces, yeah.
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 He pulls out his phone. Let me see here, because I saved some of the stuff that they talked about in the interview. I just took some quick notes because I was kind of in a rush this morning. Um, it was three people, like I said. It was one woman, two men. The two men were a Josh Patton and an Isaiah Williams. And then the woman was a Juliet McRae. They they're all like in their 30s, it seems, from the photos we have of them. And they, well, the Church of Michael Archangel is maintaining its stance that these were ex-members of the church. The church
Oh
had
my
nothing to do
god.
with them. They did whatever they did of their own volition. The church has been entirely uncooperative with the authorities and has just been redirecting, pushing the blame elsewhere, all of that. But
So wait, we're
from,
just supposed to stand here and not do anything? I don't get it. It just
I mean, at the moment, it is in the hands of the feds. So yeah, at the moment, you can't be involved. If you, they're, like I said, we're walking a very thin line here, because we can't encourage vigilantism. There is a reason why Team Tomorrow and City Defenders exist, and why the Novas that fight crime outside of City Defenders or elites that are under special contracts are on contract with Utopia. The Novas that try to do the vigilante thing end up getting scooped up by somebody on a contract. Because the reality is, people who try to be vigilantes eventually get pulled into court and charged with all kinds of nasty things. They end up getting locked away. There's not been a lot of cases of it because, I mean, companies like DeVries, as well as Utopia's own efforts, like, when people erupt, we try to get to them before they make mistakes. Vigilante justice becomes a legal mess, and especially as Utopia Nova's taking things into your own hands, I'm not saying it will end in termination, but depending on the severity of it, it could. So if you guys are going to end up going after these people, it has to be when Utopia gives you the green light.
Well,
Do
gee,
it.
thanks for telling us. The road to Utopia is paved with good intentions, it seems.
Well, we're an organization. We exist as part of the world, and if you're going to share the Utopia view of a better world for everybody to coexist in, that means we got to play by the rules, you know? Humans' baselines are not allowed to just mete out justice as they feel fit. By extension, that extends to you guys too. The Zerk Accords are clear. You guys are just as human as the rest of us. You have the same responsibilities. So if they can't mete out vigilante justice, neither can you. So
Makes sense.
the
okay.
Now, I want to have faith in the feds that they'll catch these people. Justice will be delivered. Anything else we know about these people is like they're just religious extremists. We don't know a lot about them. Obviously they have some social media pages that have been dug up. There's, a lot of hateful stuff on there. But they're on the run right now. They've gone to ground, they're hiding. But it's 2028, it's incredibly hard to hide for a long time. At least here in the States. Like, if they use a credit card, the feds will find them. If they use their cell phone, the feds will find them. If they check their fucking email, the feds will find them. More than likely, anyways. So, I didn't mean to. I probably just shouldn't have said anything.
No, it's okay. Thanks for letting us know, Liam. You're good.
Okay. But yeah, that's on a different note. Let's just move away from this dreary shit.
Yeah, sure.
I saw, some stuff in the media. You guys visited the amp room, it sounds like. Well, looked like. There were some photos of you guys going in and coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an amazing place.
Oh, very cool. I would just kind of congrats on like making a public appearance without making fools of yourselves. Some Novas really struggle with that. So hey, going to a club without a scandal, that's a win in my book. That said, the amp room is pretty good about keeping whatever happens in the amp room inside the amp room. So that said, I would just caution to be a little wary of your surroundings. There were some photos of you guys hanging out on the beach. Looks like, nothing scandalous going on, but when you're in the public, assume there are probably cameras being pointed at you. Just, I have seen that there's a lot of speculation online though about y'all's situation. Which I am, since McCoy is a little busy, I'm kind of doing things in his stead. I'm getting his approval and everything, so nothing's happening without his approval, but I've sort of been delegated to start making waves on a proper press release for you guys about you officially being in Utopia and the tower that's going to be built and everything. Because obviously, like with construction beginning here in the next couple days, that secret is not going to be maintained for very long. So, in classic Utopia fashion, we're gonna get ahead of it, and you guys will get to be officially in front of cameras as representatives of Utopia.
Let's go.
Yeah. Because you guys have had all your training now. We're confident you can handle it, especially with this, at least from my perspective, this unofficial romp to the amp room. I'm confident you guys can handle being in front of the cameras without making fools of yourselves or Utopia, which is always a plus. Yeah, that'll probably be next week is what we're aiming for. We'll let you know probably around Monday the exact date and time and where. We try to keep specifics on a need-to-know basis so that we can control unwanted elements from intervening for a variety of reasons.
I get you.
But don't worry, don't stress about it. It's gonna be pre-approved reporters, pre-approved questions. Nothing crazy is gonna happen. Like, we're not gonna give you a script, but nobody's gonna come in there and ask asinine questions. And it'll be a smooth ride. Now, I will say to remember your training. If in the situation of the pre-approved questions, if somebody asks a question that was not a pre-approved question, you don't have to answer that.
Um, I actually have a question for you.
Sure.
How are we going about, well, my own eruption? Are we just being vague about it happening since it was different and not related to the university?
Yeah. The public doesn't really need those details. There are a number of novas out there who their eruptions are largely under wraps.
Okay.
It's if for whatever reason you want to share the details of it, I suppose you could, but it's not necessary.
Yeah, she'll shake her head like,
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if some people ask from time to time, but you're not required to tell them anything. But yeah, that's the bulk of business on my end. So we're gonna have the press release next week. A couple weeks after that, well, a few days after that, the construction will begin. We've got people on site mapping things out, I think. And we're working on getting the crews out there as we speak. So yeah, things are progressing. Is there anything further you guys would want to discuss with Liam at this lunch? Or are we cool to fast forward time?
We
I think
can
we
go.
we can just move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lunch is nice. Food's great. There's small talk that proceeds beyond that. Liam kind of conveys some amusing work stories. One particular story about a Nova with a very interesting set of powers. But that continues. And eventually lunch ends. You guys go about your days. The following week, on that Friday, so the 11th of February is when you guys have your press release. You guys get dressed up however you want to get dressed up. It's up to you based on how you want to present yourself to the masses. There's essentially a studio you guys are brought to. Seats are prepared for you. You guys are essentially waited on hand and foot. You need a snack, you need a drink. What do you need? Is the temperature in here fine? Like, there are people making sure you're happy while
Seedless
everything else is
oranges.
going on.
Seedless oranges.
They make it happen. They will cut oranges and remove the seeds for you. They will make sure. And yeah, you guys go through this interview process. You of course are given like a days ahead of time the list of questions. And it's a lot of basic stuff like, who are you? What do you believe in? What do you think you're going to bring to Novara? Like, what is your goal here as a utopian Nova? A lot of questions like this. So I think what I want to do is I want to go through the list and I want to get the vibe of how you present yourself and what you tell these, what you try to convey to the public about essentially who you are and what your goal for Novara is. And I want to start with Theta. We're just going to go down the list.
Okay.
Yeah. So this reporter, they're in front of you, and they're like, "So I understand that you are not from Novara at all. This is your first time in the city, right?
Yes, it is.
How well? How do you like it? Arguably the best city in the U.S. Well, at least if you ask the natives. What do you think of it?
Honestly, it's been fantastic. I've enjoyed my time here so far. It's a wonderful city as far as I can tell.
It's great to hear. Hopefully, you'll come to call it home soon enough. As you know, you're going to be staying in this brand new Utopia tower that we've been hearing about over the past couple days. Um, so what we're really wanting to know from you is what is your why Utopia? That's kind of always the big question. Why Utopia? What is your vision of tomorrow?
Honestly, coming from the life that I've come from, I just want to make sure that children who came up like I did don't have to struggle with the same struggles I've seen in my time. It's a pretty simple mindset, but I just want to make it better for everyday people.
So you're standing up for the little guy, you'd say.
In a way, yes.
Well, that's a lovely sentiment. They take a note. Um, and Utopia, like that's a great sentiment. Utopia obviously invested in the betterment of the people. Um, but what do you feel Utopia is bringing to Novara that nobody else can?
I think that there is a sense of security that can come and a sense of prospering that we can bring as well as a group. There's always a question of what do we do when things happen in the city that are done by Novas with bad intentions, and now you guys will have a team of capable Novas to respond if such a situation were to occur.
I see, but what makes Utopia specifically positioned better to deliver that city defenders can't? Now you immediately know this question is not on the list.
Okay. Um,
Um, do you want to say something before somebody intervenes? Because as you can see, there is like a Utopia rep that is standing right there who is looking very angry and is about to approach.
uh, no, she'll answer. She'll go,
Mhm.
well, it's that we're going to be lending our support to the city defenders. We've already spoken with Gilder on the matter, and we will be working together and everything.
Oh, very interesting. Well, thank you for that little bit of insight. And they write something down. Um,
As
there,
they say that, she
yeah,
does give them like her like a kind of like a shark tooth smile. So that kind of
right,
politeness, but she shows her teeth.
got you. The Utopia rep makes a face. You're not sure, just looking at it, if it's a good face or a bad face, but they make a face. Um, okay, fantastic. We're gonna move down the list. Ross, or as part of this press release, your Nova names. So as aftermath, the um the reporter is sitting there. So aftermath. we've come to understand that you're kind of a sort of new genius on the scene, evidenced by this suit that you've got, which Novara is not unfamiliar with suited superheroes, especially considering the occasional presence of Doc Velocity. Um, we're really curious. You've been around, erupted as a Nova for a few weeks, as far as we know. Um, and Novara is arguably the most progressive place in the US for Nova rights. How have you felt as a suited Nova who, no offense intended, do not look entirely human? How do you feel Novara holds up to that standard or expectation?
Gotta be honest with you, I feel right at home. I'm part of the team here. Gonna be representing Utopia here. And honestly, it doesn't bother me one bit.
Right. Which brings me to my second part of that question. Utopia has had plenty of allegations over the years over essentially scaffolding very human centric looking novas over the more non-conforming novas. Do you feel you have gotten different attention than your fellow more human appearing novas?
Not at all. My treatment here at Utopia has been both equitable with my fellows here and positively top notch.
Right. Um so I just have to ask, does this feel like a move of convenience to which somebody immediately steps forward and is like, don't answer that question? Because you immediately recognize that's not on the list. And the reporter just kind of gives them a sideways glance with a smile. Okay, we'll move on. So we have heard that you are actually involved in the tower, and not only that, you were actually currently are a student at the University of Novara for architecture. Is there inspiration for how Gilder built the city that is going into the design of the tower?
I would definitely say so. I mean, I came here to study, Novara as it was built. That's the whole reason I came to the university in the first place. I wasn't expecting to erupt any time, but it has brought me a newfound appreciation of how everything is put together. It's almost idyllic in a way. And I am looking to bring that architectural prowess in with our tower here, not just so that it lives up to the standard per se, but so that we can put our best foot forward.
I see. That's great to hear. Novara is very proud of its founding and, the great work Gilder's put forward. So it's great to see that even utopian novas can take inspiration and see that greatness and, bring it forth rather than going against the mold. I think it's not a stretch for somebody of your intelligence to acknowledge that for a backhanded compliment that it is. At least from this reporter.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Zara. Is
Um,
Zara going by the rumor at this point?
yeah.
Okay.
So just to make a note, so she is wearing an evening gown, like a long skin-tight black dress that goes up from her neck down to her feet, no sleeves, and like shiny little diamonds all over it, sparkling, looking very striking for what's it worth. And before any questions are asked, she'll approach the podium and take a stand, give them her best smile, her biggest smile, and say, "Hello, Novara, the best city in the world. Here is the rumor for you, and the rumor has it that if you want some insight into the daily life of a Nova, follow me on Ripple, because you'll see we are all human, and the number one hot new Nova is here for you." Any questions?
Oh yeah. So the reporter immediately jumps in and is like, the rumor, arguably the new hotness on the scene, still growing in popularity, but growing steadily as more and more people are becoming aware of your presence. What the people really want to know is, where is the rumor going to put her mark on our cultural stage? You know, we've seen you at the amp room. We've seen you making these appearances. We're really curious. What is it you're gonna show us?
Oh, honey, I'm gonna show you the best music around. I'm really in the process of setting up a collaboration now. It's gonna be a big surprise. I'm also working on an album, so we'll see. Mostly music now. That's my thing at the moment.
I see. So are you aiming already for the top spot on the charts? Is that your goal? Blow everybody else out of the water?
Well, I wouldn't say it's my goal. I think it will just come naturally. I will present to you what I have, and it's up to you to see and hear.
Good to know. Are we expecting, what genre are we expecting? Are we expecting some Novox pop, like is the standard with a lot of Nova singers, or something else to wow us?
I'm going back to the roots. I've been listening to some old 2000 music. So, remember R&B? That was good stuff. I'm bringing that back.
That sounds very interesting. We're looking forward to
Oh,
hearing it.
yes.
To shift our questioning a little bit here, I'm really curious. Is it true that not everybody at the university was killed by the gunman? And there is immediately somebody comes out and is like, "Don't answer that fucking question." And they start snapping their fingers and pointing at where the reporter is, and security starts coming for him.
She just kind of, well, went from 0 to 100 quickly. How should I know? I'm not that good at counting.
Um, and the person who stepped in and said, "Don't answer that question," they're like, "Don't worry, it's going to be cut out. We're not here to talk about the university. Any questions like that, don't answer that stuff. Just stick to the questions that they asked. That was on the paperwork."
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Any more questions?
There are a few more other, like, more mundane questions about, your music goals. Are you looking at any specific labels? A lot
She's
of
losing the whole
minutia.
time.
Yeah. Last but not least, Moses. You're brought in. The questions immediately begin. Somebody stands up in there. The Nova name you're going by is Chase, right? Or Blink, sorry. I don't know why I
Blink,
thought
yeah.
Chase. My brain today. They go, "So we hear you're a speedster. How fast do you think you can go?" A lot of speedster fans really want to know.
I'm pushing limits every day. I'll see. Right now, I'd just say ain't no plane that can beat me.
Oh, so you're pretty fast. Is Utopia planning to utilize that speed for quick response in Novara?
I'm pretty sure I'm not here just because of my looks, so yeah, probably.
Very understandable. We understand that you and some of your friends have been seen around with a particular Nova by the name of Rakes, an out and out Terrigen member. Any comment?
Is this a not answer question?
It's
Yeah,
on
out
the.
of
It was
game.
on the work. Yeah, it's Utopia's expecting you to answer.
Okay.
Utopia expecting me to answer. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, yeah, I mean, I know who he is, but what do you mean?
Well, there have been like photos of you all in public with Rakes, who has been a very polarizing figure in the media for his various takes on politics and Nova rights.
Well,
So our big question is, it's Utopia Novas typically don't mix with Terrigen Novas, so we really want to know, why are you spending time around this guy?
well, we're kind of adult people, so I can meet someone and shake a hand without meaning I believe in the same things. I believe in Project Utopia. That's why I'm here. It's just that he wanted to say hi, and we said hi back. Not really a big deal. I'm not gonna yell at him just because he doesn't believe the same things I do. That's not what civilized people do, right?
I see. So you think it is entirely possible for Utopian Novas to socialize with Terrigen Novas without risk of the degradation of ideals?
I guess we'll see. I've only been at this for how much has it been? I don't know. I mean, I know I've wanted to be here. Well, I've looked up to Utopia long before I erupted, and there's nothing that's gonna change my mind. I'm
I
not gonna
see. So
go
you're
and
confident in your own, shall we say, convictions, but you're not necessarily confident in other Utopia members.
no,
And
I'm
it's at this
confident in
point,
them.
while you're trying to answer, somebody steps in
Yeah.
and is like, "Okay, that's enough questions. They have places they need to be. We're gonna wrap up for today." And they just start shutting the shit down.
Okay.
Yeah. They clearly did not plan on that turning into more than what it was initially. They thought it was going to be a one and done, like, oh, it's, he's a local. We wanted to talk to him, and that was that.
Yeah.
But no, then they kept digging. It's like, okay, so overall, well, overall, you do meet up with Liam afterwards, and McCoy is also there. McCoy, he's kind of reviewing some of the footage, and you guys are kind of like in this like back room, couches and stuff, lounging. And McCoy's like, overall, good job. Granted, we kind of made sure it was mostly softball questions, but we let a few tantalizing questions through. Because if it's too many softball questions, people, they don't buy it. That said, those of you who, when they ask questions and you guys didn't answer, good job. Link, you've got to lock in on when they're trying to make these Terrigen allegations and such. I know they weren't really posing it that way, but you need to get used to the spin because they're going to take what you said and they're going to twist it. They're going to, because you weren't necessarily smacking down Terrigen ideology, they're going to twist it that you might have sympathies or you think fellow Utopia members might have sympathies. That's why we had to step in and cut them off. I'm not going to tell you guys who you can and can't be hanging out with, but it is a bad look to be hanging out with Terrets. The media is going to clamp onto that. Especially here, the allegations of Gilder being a Terret have not died down. But, no harm, no foul, just keep these things in mind. Otherwise, good work. I think this is, once we get it edited and cleaned up, I think people are going to eat this up. I would expect your numbers are going to start going up here after it airs. So, be ready for not necessarily social media fallout, but for your social media accounts to be growing. If you want to talk about potentially getting some managers to handle that stuff for you, if you're not interested in it, shoot me or Liam an email. We'll take care of it, and we'll get you set up with somebody who you vibe with. We can have you on board on that process and do interviews and stuff. Get you somebody that you like, who gets you and has the right energy. Until then, I've got stuff to do. If you have any questions regarding this stuff, hit up Liam. Aftermath next week. At bare minimum, I need you at the construction site. If everybody else wants to come, that's fine, but at minimum, I need you. Safety equipment will be there. Not that you got the suit on, but we have to give you a high-vis vest at the very least. But
Sure. Yeah.
we'll get you when you get there. So I'll see you then. Like I said, good work, everybody. I got to run. Just keep on keeping on. He goes. Is there anything you guys want to discuss before we time travel again?
No, I
guess,
don't. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, for me, just to check up, have there been any improvements about catching the guys who masterminded stuff? Because
At the moment, no, not so far. They're still at large.
oh, okay. So then, I mean, Moses would be like visibly, like every day or every few days, he would like talk to the guys like, I can't handle this anymore. I can't. I'm like, I don't want to just sit down. What if they do something else? What if they attack someone else? He's just pestering people with questions. He's just anxious about it and voicing it. That's all I want to say. Like,
are these questions geared to your friends, or is this like towards Liam, or?
So it's towards everyone, like towards Liam, towards random people in the facility, towards towards my friends also. They're getting the brunt of it.
So Liam's
So-
response would be, look, we've had this conversation. We do not start fights, we finish them. Utopia responds to the bad things happening. We are crisis management. We are emergency response. The feds are handling this. We have to have faith that they can handle this until they ask for us to get involved. This is their investigation. It is not our place to step in on this. I understand your concerns. I do share them. but we have to put our trust in the system. We have to follow the rules. If we break the rules, then their problems start to happen. You know, the difference between us and the Terrets is that we believe in rules and they don't. So we follow the rules.
Oh, I guess okay. I'll just go run it off then.
Yeah.
He just
Deep breaths. Relax. Everything will be okay.
Hooey. Okay. Good talk. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. So it is the 14th of February. Valentine's Day.
I was just say Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think it's safe to say nobody in the team has a Valentine this year because nothing's been really established for that.
Damn it.
Yeah. However, you guys do make your way to the construction site to look at the construction. Three of you are provided hard hats and high vis vests. Ross, you're only provided a high vis vest. And this construction, like, the frame of the building is already up. Like, a lot of the walls are already being built, and like you see, there is like 2 teams of Novas here. It's about 10 Novas that are like literally creating materials out of nothing. Some of them are. There is one lady there who is like very like Amazonian build, and she is literally like telekinetically pulling recyclable materials out of the back of a truck and is turning those materials into things like rebar and other construction materials, just straight up transmuting stuff, while other Novas are like speeding around, building things, putting things together, doing a lot of like the basic framework stuff.
Wow, this
They
is
have
so cool.
they have a working lift, and McCoy kind of takes you up to like the penthouse suite that's going to be for you guys. And he starts explaining like, so these top 2 floors, well, really top 3 floors, but the topmost floor isn't going to be a living space. But these 2 floors here, they're going to be a living space for you guys. You know, this is where the kitchen's going to be. This is, you know, where the rooms are going to be. And he starts running you through stuff of like the exciting stuff for the bulk of you. That is like, yeah, this is what the space is going to be. You know, this is like the view you can expect. Granted, it is fucking cold. You're several stories up off of the ground, and it is windy today. And it is not quite freezing. It's a little above freezing. But with the wind chill, it feels below freezing. And so, you know, you're getting to see some views of the Novara city skyline all around you. And, you know, he's explaining there's going to be, you know, a helicopter pad on the roof. There's going to be a whole like storage area and such in that top floor, as well as some other utilities and stuff like that. Stuff you don't really need to worry about. But then, you know, we're seeing about getting, you know, small, like, you know, pool here, do this there, sauna there, all this, blah, blah, blah. Very high end, cozy, excessive stuff. And eventually he takes you guys back down to the lower levels where the wind is less harsh, where walls are actually up. And he will sit down with you, Ross, and like start going over like the build plans with the blueprints and stuff like that. And one of the Nova foremen is also there, and they start discussing with you, you know, essentially the process and what the timeline is looking like. And, you know, they're aiming to have the bulk of this done in a month. things are progressing as planned. That said, eventually Liam shows up. Hard hat, high vis vest, but he's got a bag, and he gives you guys each a small little bag that has some chocolates and stuff in it, and he's just like, I just wanted to do something nice for you guys.
Oh, Liam, you are so sweet.
Yeah, I figure we're always so busy doing Utopia stuff. There's a lot of Novas that don't have a Valentine for today, so I figured everybody should get some chocolate on Valentine's Day.
Thanks,
Hey,
Liam.
single power, let's go.
Yeah.
She'll be making content on Valentine's. Oh, single power. You don't need a man. You don't need a woman.
Oh yeah.
You don't need anyone.
Oh yeah. Of course, a lot of your followers are like, yeah, absolutely, slay queen. But then there's also people who aren't even followers of yours that are just like, yeah, it's okay to be single. Just single tear emoji. Yeah, it's it does some numbers. It gets you some new followers and stuff.
Theta would have outsourced her social media to somebody else.
Got you. Okay.
She's not fucking around with it again.
Yeah.
Not up her.
Right. So you discuss the construction, things are underway, they get some tips from Ross. And as things are going progressing, people start talking to you about furnishing and final touches, what do you want your rooms to be like as far as furniture and stuff is concerned, and so they can start putting in those orders and all that stuff.
Oh, I have a list.
Oh yeah, which you easily can provide them and work that stuff out. Anything in particular you guys want to be doing over the next month?
That's a lot of time.
Yes. Otherwise, I'm just going to assuming you're going to kind of keep doing the same things, dealing with social media, just kind of,
Zara
usual
would
stuff
be,
you guys normally do.
as she said on the press conference, she has this Nova life blog that she leads and posts just, the most mundane stuff, nothing inside. Just she goes to the gym, and she'll be going to the gym a lot, and then no, Nova gym, this is how we train and stuff, eating breakfast, Nova breakfast, stuff
Yeah,
like
right. It's just total mundane stuff, just with Nova slapped in the front.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Phenomenal. Yeah, it doesn't seem to matter to the people on social media. They eat it up. It's yeah, Nova breakfast. Hell yeah. There's people that are replying with their own videos of I'm trying the Nova breakfast too, just eating the exact same thing you are, despite how mundane it is.
Just oatmeal.
Just mindless fucking mimicry and just people being people.
Thousands of people eating just now.
Exactly. Exactly.
I love it.
It got out that the rumor eats seedless oranges, so now everybody's demanding their oranges be seedless. At least all of her followers are. They're really just so much better for you. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you guys are. Yeah.
Also, the collab with Deco, she'll be doing that as well. Maybe it'll be done in a probably.
Yeah, it takes a couple weeks, so it's halfway through that month they kind of get back to you, and they're I've been talking to my people. So this is what we're looking at. Sometime this summer, we're gonna be aiming. We're free to essentially do a new album that we're cool to collab with you on.
Okay.
And we'll start as we get closer. We'll start working out what kind of album we want to make. So it looks like they're aiming to start doing that in May.
Okay.
Because they're working on some projects now that they don't want to, as they put it, dilute their creativity.
I respect that and understand, of course. But here's the thing. she would at least once or twice go back to the amp, because that's like the best
Sure.
club she's ever seen. So in whatever
Question
manner.
is, how are you getting there? Is Moses
Yeah.
taking you?
Yeah. Moses has no problem getting her there,
Okay.
and Moses parties with her. No problem.
Got you. All right.
Theta
Nice.
probably would have gone as well if she knew that it was happening.
Okay.
But aside from that, Theta actually seems to be almost more becoming more isolated from the group, whereas she was kind of more socializing with them. And besides these trips to the amp room over this next month or so, she doesn't seem to be overly social unless they reach out first. Um, and she almost seems to be kind of like trying to cultivate a more mysterious sort of aura or persona about her, like even being out in public. She does go out in public, but she's very careful about who she associates with or
Okay.
who she's seen with.
Got you.
And then goes to the amp room.
Like going to the amp room is a bit different because again, there's no reporters really on the inside, so
That's true, yeah. But still.
Okay. What about Ross?
Yeah. Do I have my degree yet? Is that something I can get over a month?
Over the
Oh.
month? Yeah. Yeah. It's the coursework. It's basic enough for you. If you just knuckle down for the month, yeah, you can knock it out.
Yeah, I don't want it to be a lingering distraction. In school, I'm also doing Utopia work, so I would just zoom through all of that. Like the remaining years of coursework I have just in this month, just get it done.
Easily, yeah. The professors are a bit wowed. There's a couple professors for each class that you end up having to work with as you are doing like years of coursework in such a condensed amount of time. Um, but the accreditation was approved and everything, and like you clearly know your stuff, and yeah, you functionally graduate within a month.
Wow, my goodness.
Yeah.
I would probably arrange some kind of celebration with my family back in the suburbs and such. Just
Sure.
that was always the plan. Didn't expect it to come so soon, of course, but we'll put that together, take back home, and catch up with family as much as I can.
Yeah. Okay. So you have some hard work ending with, a good time. Um, at the end of that month, the tower is mostly finished. You guys get the message that there's essentially a couple more weeks left of final details, finishing touches, and then the place is going to be move-in ready. Um, Obviously, in this time and the next couple weeks, the media has just been a buzz. This Utopia Tower has like disappeared from the media, come back to the media. Discussions about you guys have left the media, come back to the media. It's constantly in flux as people's attention waxes and wanes. Um, there is, of course, some rumors that some of these Nobas might be open to interacting with Terrets, um, such Terrets as Rakes. However, there's been no official commentary on it. And then, of course, there is some of the reporters twisted some of your answers into looking like that you kind of were throwing shade at some of the elite organizations that do contracted security and city defenders, because Utopia is just so much more capable at defending cities than a city defender could be. So there is some twisting. There are some that represent what you said as you said it. There is no clear slam pieces about anything that happened at the university. that has seemed to not been brought up. But after another couple weeks, the world keeps turning, and it is the sorry, I'm trying to look at the calendar here. It is about March 27th, that a Monday, that the tower's finished and it's ready for you guys to move in.
Exciting.
You guys make your way there individually, potentially, or as a group, up to you guys. But you guys arrive. McCoy and Liam are there, and they start walking you through the tower. Essentially, like, there's the main entrance has security. It's got like metal detectors. There are security guards. Like, there's badged access to get in. They explain, obviously, you guys don't need badges to get in. Like, you guys are you guys. But they pass you through security. They show you on the different floors. Like, okay, there's like a custodial office here. You know, here are these different offices, like accounting, HR, all this other stuff. There is like a couple floors that are dedicated lab spaces. They're not huge labs, but they're there for your use as well as to look into things as needed. They're going to have their own projects. You know, there's like a couple different like workshop areas, all kinds of hardware and tools and stuff. There's like a freight elevator, a normal regular elevator as well. And there's also like essentially like a small parking garage next door for the staff and such to use. And eventually they take you guys up to the penthouse suites where your living space is going to be. And inside, it is beautiful. Hard floors, like hard tile floors. Or no, hardwood floors.
Hard
Large
tile.
kitchen. Yeah. Large kitchen with the updated specs and everything that Ross put in for big living room, big comfy couches that are leather, huge fucking TV, sound system, whole shebang. Like, it's super nice. And then there is also the hallway that leads down to all of your rooms. Let's go down the list. Theta, what is your room like?
Okay, so Theta is went with pretty much like a luxury type of room. She definitely has explored some more plush lifestyle choices since getting money than what she would have been used to. So like her bed is like, what is it, a California King? It's like this ridiculously oversized bed with Egyptian cotton sheets or whatever and pillows and these plush blankets and everything. In terms of like the mood of the room, she chose very dark colors. So it's like dark purples and blacks for the most part, with just like the odd lavender type of highlight throughout the room. So it's still like very feminine and very luxurious, but it's also very like simple. She doesn't have a lot of like things in there that you would not expect to be in a bedroom. It is a bedroom. Functionally, that's what's there. Nothing more, nothing less kind of a deal. The
Gotcha.
only exception would be that she has curated a small bar, I would say, of
Okay.
whatever liquors she's discovered from the amp room that have been made for novas with higher tolerance to
Right.
that sort of stuff. So she has a selection of that in her room, and it's set up in like crystal decanters and all of that sort of thing.
Very cool. Okay. What about Ross's room?
My room is a workshop, more or less. It is. There is like a huge library on one side, massive bookshelves, a study there as well. Plenty of work tables, workbenches filled with tools of all kinds, spare parts, circuitry, just things that I can use to build with, more or less. And as you look around, there's barely even like notice of anything that screams bedroom because most of it is like sealed up and compacted away. I've got the fold down bed. I've got a pull out closet, and so on and so forth. They just go in the walls when I'm not using them.
Right.
I would say probably, if possible, I would have the walls lined from ceiling to floor with the same substance that my suit is made with. So, like, if need be,
Okay.
I don't have to wear the suit in the room.
Okay.
But otherwise, yeah, it's just a workspace, more or less. And if I need to sleep, sure, it's there, I guess.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. Sarah, what is your room like?
I know
You're
we've lost
muted.
her.
Oh no, muted.
Okay.
There we go.
There you
Yeah.
go. Hey.
Hey, she has had quite a few demands. So I can say those. Here is a picture in Discord, which I'm sure you could more eloquently describe than I can. So yeah, but you should do that after I mention that. She will have these like all glass walls, so she can see the skyline of the town. She will have that mirror above the bed. She'll also have
Right.
her own jacuzzi, a walk-in closet, a king-size
Yep.
bed, but also like an acoustic guitar and like a high-end laptop and headphones, a mic, and yeah, everything she needs to like to record her music. And also like some exercise equipment like dumbbells and stuff. Yeah, and some rooms for the followers as well on the floor. So not just her own, she'll have like some adjacent few rooms to fit them all in if
Okay.
needed. Um, I wanted to say something else, but I forgot. Could you a bit maybe describe this picture?
So this picture looks like the room has like black, white, and gray marble flooring, very large rug thrown down that goes under the bed and such. There's a side table with two armchairs, a nightstand with a sort of very artsy sort of lamp. Um, and there is sort of the bed is backed against this marble wall that sort of has this spherical design in the center, but then it's surrounded by this more diamond shape that ripples out with this white and gray pattern. Um, it's looks really nice.
Very opulent, yeah.
It
Yes.
Yeah,
gives me like
opulence.
modern vibes. It's a
For
very
sure.
modern aesthetic.
Modern opulence. That's what she's aiming for. Thank you.
Yeah. You will know that while you can have guests, they will have to pass through security.
Bless me.
Unless.
What do you
They
mean
will have
security?
to
I'm a
pass through
VIP member.
security.
Let's say she better be allowed to
She
have
has like
guests.
a
This is our
tiered,
fucking home.
yeah. She has a tiered like Patreon subscription service.
Damn.
Gives you different access to the tower.
$5,000 a month. You can come stay in the tower one night a month.
Exactly.
But yeah, and last but not least, Moses, what is your room like?
I will also send a picture, but I'll try to describe it as well.
Okay.
So it's gonna be very different from.
What the hell?
That's classic,
So
dude.
imagine like a dojo slash with floors filled with tatamis, only everything is in different colors. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's either rectangles with one color or patterned graffiti art that he likes. And there's a larger tatami that's kind of larger than others. And that one kind of goes, it can go up. And when it goes up, kind of a bed emerges. And this is one of those, I don't know if you guys know, I think they're just called super beds. They're super just because they're really big and have a lot of accessories on it. So like there's an inbuilt laptop there, there's an inbuilt like a lot of different stuff.
This
And
is super bad.
of course it is. And he'd also have kind of a like a specialized treadmill that can go as fast as he can, like the ones they use in the facilities
Gotcha.
where yeah, there. And yeah, that's basically it.
Right.
On house.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Ooh, okay. A hump house, maybe a trampoline as well there.
right. Phenomenal. So good. Yeah. So you guys, you're able to come in and check out the rooms. They're exactly to spec to what you wanted. And the overall space is just amazing, quite frankly. The second floor that is sort of your living spaces also has like a not like an Olympic swimming pool, but a smaller pool as well as a hot tub, and there's sauna and stuff, as well as like a gym and some other things. Um, Naturally, like they're using state of the art stuff to control the humidity and keep the moisture in those areas where there is water, and everything, so it doesn't become a problem. Um, and yeah, it's opulent. Um, and McCoy and Liam are there, and McCoy claps his hands after you guys have a time to look around, and it's like, so, what do you think?
Oh my god, this is perfect. How could you have it's just perfect.
Yeah,
I'm
pal, the
impressed.
answer is a lot of money.
Well, you promised, you delivered, man. That is wow.
You followed every specification I put forward. I'm very pleased.
Hey, but
We
listen, I
are
heard that like maybe my fans can't come in here. Can I give you like a list for admittance, you know? No plus
if
ones, names.
yeah, if you give us a list, we can see about running background checks and all that stuff and get them cleared with security so that security can let them through. This is technically a secure building, so
Can I
people need to have
do
approval to come in.
Yes.
can I do the opposite and have a absolutely do not permit entry list?
A list.
Like normally we won't just let anybody in, but if there's like specifically people that you do not want to see that we need to be aware of, yeah, you can do that.
And she puts us on the list.
Damn. Okay, well, if you want off the team, we can talk about that.
I'm just bringing groceries, Theta. Come on.
But yeah, yeah, we can you just pass those along and we can take care of that for you. Well, happy that you're happy with it. It's entirely ready for you guys to move in. Um,
I did
so
want to ask one more small thing.
sure.
If in the future we want to make an addition to our rooms, that's, obviously within the space requirements, do we have to pre-approve that?
No, as long as you're not like damaging the building, you're fine.
Okay,
It's your
cool.
space. You can decorate it how you want and all that stuff.
I'm just trying to figure out where the line is on, because we don't own it, but we're not really renting it. it's a weird
Yeah,
middle ground.
just don't, cause undue damage to the building, you know. If we have to like come in and start doing repairs because you're renovating or whatever on your own, like that'll be a problem. But if you want to repaint the walls, repaint the walls. You want to put up posters or whatever, you want to, all that fun stuff, like yeah, go nuts. It's your space. Obviously just, keep it clean.
Oh, I'm definitely hiring someone to keep my room clean. I'm not doing that myself. Fuck that
I
shit.
mean, we ultimately have people for that. Like
Yeah.
you just, if you're okay with them going in your room, you just need to tell them so that they'll come in. They'll clean this general like living room, kitchen space. Like they'll do that automatically. But your rooms, you need to give them permission to go in there. They
Fair
won't go
enough.
in there on their own.
Obviously, they're under some sort of NDA to not talk about anything they
Yeah.
find here.
Yeah, the background check. Everybody in this building has gone through rigorous background checks, screenings, drug tests, whole ordeal. Like everybody is gone through so many hoops before being hired here and has signed a ton of paperwork, including NDAs.
Thank you.
Yep.
Not that there's anything going to be in the room that I'm worried about, but just in case.
It's your room.
It's my room. What's kind of weird about this? This is my first time having like a bedroom of my own since I was like ever.
It's a little sad.
You deserve it, girl.
I mean, I
You're
prefer
hot.
cool, like I initially said. This is cool. I have my own room and shit. Right.
I mean,
Didn't mean to bring down the mood there.
it's fine, I'm glad that you're excited and you're happy. So yeah, we will kind of we're gonna assume you all are gonna like make this more permanent residence. You don't need to be here every night or whatever, but like we're gonna assume you're here when you're, not out doing stuff, kind of. So obviously, like we're not gonna require you to necessarily tell us anytime you're going somewhere. But if you're planning to leave Novara for at this point for more than a day, and by a day I really mean like more than 12 hours, and you can't quickly return, we need to know.
Okay.
Like you need to let me know or Liam know.
Wait, what?
So
If
that
we don't
we're
return
aware.
in 12 hours, what?
Well, if you're going to be leaving Novara and you are not like capable of getting back in a very short amount of time, we need to know because
Because
you're
we're
on
on
call
call. Yeah.
Right.
24
Not that it should
hours,
be a
7 days a week.
problem, but
Yeah. Like you have a teleporter.
Yeah.
So you should be able to come back quickly. But if you're going to be gone for more than 12 hours away from the city, like I'm not talking just outside the city limits. Like that's one thing. But if I understand you guys have gone to the Amp Room a few times. If you're
Then
going to
why?
go to Ibiza and be in Ibiza for a day, like you're going to go to Ibiza for 24 hours, we need to know.
it's not
Our
an issue that we leave, right? We just need to give advance
No.
notice. Right.
Correct. We
So,
just need to know where you are, because if something happens and say like we try to call you and you're not picking up your phone, we know where you are. So we could potentially send somebody to go get you, or maybe you're in trouble or something.
Right.
It's just for we know what's going on with you, and communication is clear. We don't
Okay.
want to be in a situation where you guys have teleported to the other side of the world, something's going on here in Novara, we're telling law enforcement, we're sending novas, and then we don't hear anything from you guys for hours, and people are counting on a response from us,
Mhm.
Fair.
among other
Fair.
things.
I mean, why don't you just, put give us trackers or something like that?
I don't
We
want
could
to.
do that
I don't
if you
want
want
one,
to.
ideally.
I'm fine with
Okay.
that. Yeah, I mean,
Okay, well, you can
Sure.
track Moses, but I would prefer to not have a tracker.
I can pass that along and we can see about figuring that out if you want to do that, Moses.
Um, just real quickly, out of character, is there a Project Utopia team set up in Detroit at all?
Not specifically, no.
Okay. All right.
They're within the jurisdiction of Team Tomorrow America. Or Americas, I should say. So if there is a major issue that they need to respond to, now Detroit does have a city defender, but obviously that's not Utopia.
Mhm.
But if there is a crisis that Utopia needs to respond to, Team Tomorrow responds to that.
Yeah. Just curious.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So, I'm sure you guys are eager to kind of get settled. I don't want to keep you all day. Let you settle in, get comfy. Um, my office is a couple floors down. It's easy to find. I'll be down there. Like I told you before, I'm not going to be staying here in the building. I just work here in the building. I have a separate residence. Um, but always feel free to contact me, call, email, text, whatever, if you need something.
Before you go, I would like to have
Yes.
a word with you in private.
Sure, yeah. Before we go handle that, any general questions for me before Liam and I dip?
nope, I'm fine.
No? Cool. All right. Uh cool. Come along with me, Theta. And him and Liam go out of the living spaces. And he goes down to the offices and takes you to his office. Which is it's a nice office, but it's an office. Filing cabinets, desk, desktop computer, chairs, like it's an office space.
Mhm.
But it's nice. The chairs are comfortable, and so he sits you down and is like, "So, what's going on?"
I don't know how much you guys are aware of my history.
I have been made aware of what I need to know,
Right.
which is the context of your eruption and any potential elements of that may rear its head.
Okay. So probably not this mate. Anyways, my okay, over the last month, I've been thinking about, well, just the change this has been in my life. In some ways, I mean, I understand it's like this for everybody, but there are other aspects of it that I'm kind of reflecting on, and it's I hmm, my mother's in a bad position back home. Uh,
Okay.
she's she owes a lot of money to a man who is basically, I guess you would call him a pimp, essentially.
I see.
I would like to get her out and into a rehab facility, but I don't know how to go
Okay.
about this without just showing up and probably what would be spun as kidnapping.
I see. Um, so let me ask you this. Is she being held against her will?
It's not, I don't know if it's as black and white as that. Um, it's more that he gives her the drug she wants and he's the one who has the money.
Allow me to rephrase then. Where she is currently staying, if she were to attempt to just leave at any given time, would somebody prevent her from leaving?
Most likely, yes.
I see. Okay. All right. Follow-up question. Is this something that you would want to handle yourself, or is your priority to just remove her from the situation and get her
Oh,
the help she needs?
I would have loved to handle it myself. This is me trying to be aware of the fallout it could cause, though, if I were to do so.
Okay. Um, so normally for these kinds of situations, this is something that would kind of be passed along to the feds to take care of, typically. Because I know Liam has had the conversation with you guys about just taking action.
Yes.
So we can't greenlight you to just take action, especially if there's potentially violence involved.
Right.
However, because we have information knowing that she is not able to leave of her own free will, she is essentially being held against her will. And because we know that, and it is immediate family of yours, we are enabled to act. Considering this nature of it, we would want to keep this quiet as possible.
Ideally, that's,
Um,
yeah, I would
I
prefer.
understand you really do not care for the media that much. And frankly, I don't think we want the media to be knowing about this anyways. So my initial thought would be to keep this as under the radar as possible. Which is why I'm going to tell you what we're about to discuss should stay within this room.
All right.
This is need to know information. This is stuff that very much falls within your NDA of you don't tell anybody about this stuff. Even other Utopia Novas that don't need to know about this stuff. We have a team that specializes in keeping things quiet. A number of teams, really. If you would like, you can be dispatched along with one of those teams to go retrieve her and bring her here to Novara or somewhere else if you would rather her not be here for whatever reason.
I don't mind her being here per se, but she needs to go, like I said, to a rehab facility first.
Right.
She would.
And we can arrange for that. That's not necessarily saying we can pay for it. That would have to go up with finance.
I'll pay for it if I have
Otherwise,
to.
right. So, but bringing her here would be doable. I need to see how available one of those teams is to take care of this. I can't imagine it would be anything that would take more than a night, maybe two. It's pretty simple stuff compared to some of the stuff they handle. I will go bark up those trees and I will let you know when we have the green light to make that happen.
And obviously, it will be. I mean, this whole point is to keep it quiet, but there is the additional consideration that I don't want people to be made aware that she's my mom, I guess is the word I'm
That's
looking
fine.
for. All right. It'll
They
bring
don't
in
need
too
to know
many
that.
questions about who my dad is, and I don't want to go into that. So,
Understood. They don't need to know that. They just need to know that they're extracting this person and you're going along with. Now, granted, if you want to keep that secret, I don't know if you've been in contact with your mother. I don't know if
She
she is
hasn't seen
aware.
me since the
Okay.
eruption. She has no
So,
idea who I am now.
okay. You're different enough that she's not going to make that connection.
The
Okay.
only thing that remains the same is the nickname of Theta, but
Gotcha.
I'm pretty
Okay.
different now. I don't know if she would.
Understand. All right. I will, like I said, start barking up those trees. I'll let you know as soon as I have information for you
If
on when.
if there isn't a team or anything that can do this quietly, I'm okay asking the rest of my team here and us doing it ourselves. I just didn't want to do it without permission first. I'm really trying to play by these rules of ours.
So, those teams have abilities and a lot of experience and training for being discreet.
Fair enough.
It's not that I think you guys can't do it. I think there is just a inherent risk that I am not ready to take because you guys do not have the experience. Because say a fight does break out, I don't know how capable you guys are going to be of containing it to keep it under the radar.
Nope,
And
that
the
makes sense.
last thing we need is for bad press for our brand new group of Novas in Novara.
You're right. Right.
Um,
Just yeah. I mean, I'll be with the team, so I'll be able to warn them, but she's the sort who doesn't trust cops. She's the sort who will probably react badly to a badge.
right.
She's young.
That won't be a concern. These people aren't exactly in uniform
Didn't think
when
so,
they're
but
carrying things out. Right. So I'll start looking into that. And I will let you know.
all right. Well, that was that then. Thank you.
Okay. No problem.
Then she'll
Yeah.
get up and leave, I guess.
Meanwhile, Liam actually shoots you an email, Ross, after he gets to his office. Um,
Okay.
um, there is some details. He's like, hey, I know it's been a while, longer than it really should have been, but things have been a little crazy with finance with this whole tower deal. But finance got back to me on the cost of some of these materials that you were asking about. Um, they're looking at being willing to like pay for half of it. So the rest is going to have to come out of your pocket. Um, one of these materials you listed is very specific. But I think I have a guy that I can put you in contact with to see about getting it made. He's a little out of the way. But you got a teleporter, so well, I understand Moses has some restrictions on how he can teleport, so maybe not as convenient, but I'm sure you can figure it out. But I'll send his details along after I get the okay from him that I can pass along his information.
And then what was the material that was harder to obtain?
You're the one who came up with it, so
Mhm.
you tell me because I can't remember.
Oh,
I forgot.
yeah. Okay. So for which
Yep.
invention, I should say.
Yeah. Well, there was the reactor that you said you needed.
Yeah.
They're willing to pay for that.
Mhm.
And I think it was the adhesive
The
that was
adhesive.
the yeah. I think that was the one that was the hard one.
Okay, that's for Moses' invention. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll email him back. That's fine. Thanks for letting me know. If I need to pay out of pocket for it, or if they're okay with like payroll deduction, let me know. Either way is fine. And then yeah, we'll just wait for the details to be passed along. Whoever this person is, out of the way.
Okay. Cool. He just leaves like a thumbs up react on the email, and yeah. The finance essentially gets back to you. There's a separate person that emails you, and they pretty much tell you like you can either pay it out of pocket. We're fine with doing payroll reduction if you want to go that way, and they map out a couple different plans of like time frames if you do the payroll deduction. The cost of this thing is even half of it is you could pay it out of pocket since you've been getting paychecks for a couple months now, but it would wipe out the funds you've got essentially. So
Yeah.
you can wipe out your funds now, or you can stretch it out over like the next 2 or 3 months.
That's okay. We'll stretch it.
Okay. So they're like, okay, we'll go ahead, file the paperwork for that, and we'll go ahead and put in the order for you and have that on the way. Otherwise, the time is left to you guys as you're now in the tower, the prophesized tower.
Oh my god, here it is.
Oh my god, this is awesome.
When Theta leaves the room with oh my god, I
McCoy
forgot his
or
name.
Bryce?
McCoy. Yes, thank you, McCoy. She is gonna go find the team, basically.
Yeah, so you go back upstairs to the living quarters.
She'll go if they're not all still in the main area. She'll go and try and collect them for a moment. A little team meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and she'll bring out one of her fancy liquors too, and she'll put it on the table.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Careful, it's
Nice.
strong stuff. My system burns through alcohol faster, as I've learned, so I have to drink special
Come
stuff.
on, let's take a round of this to celebrate. She'll take the bottle and open it, take a sip, and pass it to Theta.
Yeah, Theta will take a shot.
Maybe we should wait to say first, because it's pretty clear she wants to talk
Nah,
about something.
we can do our celebratory shot, and then I'll talk after.
If you say so, and then we'll
Makes sense.
No.
All right. Now that that's out of the way, details aren't detailed yet, so I can't even share that. But in the future, I might be seeing about having my mother come and stay with me here at the tower.
your mother.
Don't know how that's going to work out. I don't know if there'll be rooms on other floors she'll be staying in, or if she will be staying in my space for the time being. But I spent this last month thinking a lot about who I was versus who I'm trying to be. I took the job here initially for the money. That's what I said. That was all that mattered, and to some degree that's still my main focus, my main drive to be here, I guess. Oh, that's not quite right. There's more than just that. But I don't know. I couldn't abandon her to her fate, if that makes sense.
It doesn't. What does your mother have to do with anything?
Oh god, sorry. It's just I mean, we've talked about where I've come from. I've not made it a secret that things were shitty with my childhood. My mom was a teenager when she had me. Barely old enough to be making her own choices in life. Eventually, she left my dad because he's a piece of shit. But the damage was done. She was addicted to drugs. We lived together for a little bit before I was out on my own. I was 14 when I left. Um, like I said, we shared a place, but she's only, what, 15 years older than me? And again, she fell into drugs, and she's been working for people for those drugs ever since.
Damn.
So what's the plan?
So
You're gonna bring her to the tower temporarily while we get her permanent housing in Novara, or are you setting a
rehab
space up for
first,
her?
and then
Right.
sometime here, and then I'll figure out from there. Obviously, I have to tell you guys because I plan on bringing her here. But otherwise, I'm trying to maintain some sort of distance and not make it obvious that she's my mom. Mostly because I don't want her to be harassed after rehab. And secondly, because it will be a lot more, it'll be a lot easier to track her to figure out stuff about me.
My eyes kind of flick up to your horns for a second. Does
That,
she know?
no, I didn't even call them. I hadn't talked to my father since I was like 15. Um, so obviously there was no need for me to tell him about anything when I erupted. Again, my mother I've had an on and off relationship with over the years, but we go months without talking. Years, at least a year since I last seen her. Um, she's I mean, she's immature. I'll give you a heads up there. I don't know what she's going to be like when she's off drugs. I don't know how that's going to change her. I only ever knew her when she was addicted. Um, but if it turns out that her presence here is too much, it becomes too much, I'll find something else, somewhere else to put her.
Stood.
I mean, it's a
How are
big
we
place.
expecting to? Yeah, that's true. We'll just put her downstairs somewhere. I mean, how soon is she gonna be here?
Don't know. I brought this up first with our management because
Oh,
it didn't feel like it was something that necessarily should be handled by a new team with interest they might draw to the situation when I want the situation to be as uninteresting as possible to the media. So it's
fair
going to
enough.
be dependent on that. Not that I want to saddle you guys with my family drama, but
Hey, if she's in a bad place, get her out. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I owe it to her, but she's family. And I have to say, she did try when I was young. She tried to defend me. She tried to make it better for me. She just was a kid herself.
And now you can do the same for her. That's really nice.
There is a bit of me that's doing this too because I'm worried about her being used against me. If and when a connection is made.
Guess
I
that's
mean,
understandable.
the guy that's running her now, he's doing it for money. And here I am, big utopia lady with money.
What do you
It's like
mean
we're
running her?
well, she can't afford drugs. She doesn't have a normal job, so he makes her work for it.
Oh, damn. Okay. So it's not as simple as just getting a van to get her to rehab. Okay.
If only.
I mean, oh, damn. I mean, I could just tell me where she is. I'll zap her out. I mean,
No, like I said, they're gonna maybe arrange a team to handle this as discreetly as possible and hopefully have it handled in a way that this doesn't become something that people talk about.
That makes sense.
I don't know. I wanted to warn you guys. I wanted to get a heads up. There's going to be a lot of bullshit from my upbringing, I think, that may come up.
Oh man, they don't let us do anything. They don't let you rescue your own mother? What the fuck?
I mean, I wanted to. There were several times this last month that I debated just getting on a plane and going and getting her myself. But if I'm doing this utopia thing, I'm going to try to do this utopia thing.
Ugh.
It's not. I don't want to harp on and make it seem like I'm a good person, I'm a rules follower or anything like that, because I'm not. I'm never have been before. But at the same time, I agreed to throw in my lot with you guys for a team. And I learned the value of loyalty quickly. So I don't want to do something that might hurt the team overall.
Respect.
At least
Yeah.
not intentionally. I can't promise I won't lose myself in a moment because like I said, this last month I nearly did several times over. But I
Yeah,
mean,
but you didn't. That's what matters, right?
true. True.
Damn, well, I'm sorry that I think compared to you, I've had like a walk in the park of a child, because I'm sorry you went through that.
I appreciate the sorry, but um it is what it is. I'm sure there are aspects of your lives. I mean, your guys' eruption in and of itself was a lot more traumatizing, I think, than mine was.
Definitely.
Just everybody deals with shit. That's the one thing I think I have always known, always seen, always talked about with people. Doesn't matter if we're raised on the streets or in our fancy homes, in some point in our lives, we're all going to have to deal with some bullshit.
Preach, sister.
I've also been doing way too much thinking this last month on my own, which I don't think I'd ever done before. I don't know. I definitely didn't get big brains like Ross over there, but maybe it's just made me more aware.
I'll drink to that.
Or maybe it's just because I fucking sat through all those courses and something actually got through my thick ass skull.
No, no, the courses are just too much. Don't put it on the courses.
And she'll take another shot. Anyways, that's it. There's part 1 of Theta's tragic backstory, trademarked. If it
Thanks
comes
for
up,
that.
if it ever comes up, we'll mosey on to part 2. That'll be a fun time.
Okay.
Oh, don't talk like that. When you talk like that, it can actually happen. I saw it happen. Like, one guy at a festival, he said that his first mistake was putting the milk in the whole bag of cereal and then it snapped and all the cereal went on the floor, and then he was like, this is just the first mistake of today. And then we went to swim, and as he went to swim, he immediately lost his glasses, never to be found again. So don't joke around. But yeah, What about your parents, Ross? How did that celebration go?
Oh, it was great. And all barbecue and everything. Nothing too major, but everyone was excited. I wasn't expecting to get my degree, but here we are.
What was your degree in again?
I was an
Math.
architecture student, so like mathematics and so on and so forth.
Interesting. Right, big brain.
Yeah.
Big brain.
Maybe I'll enroll in the university and study something. Wait,
You
no, I
could.
need to have a. No, I need to graduate high school first. I don't have that.
Just get your GED.
What's that?
Oh, it's actually kind of easy. We can study for it. It's a test. If you pass it, consider it a high school graduate, more or less.
Huh. Maybe I will.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, like, since
Fine.
you guys went to university and everything like that, did you like school when you were kids?
No.
Yeah, I did because I was good at it.
No. I mean, I
It's
like
just
being
same
in
stuff.
school with kids, but yeah, not the tests.
So, why did you guys stay in school?
I continue to be good at it.
Okay, I gathered yours. I mean, the two that didn't like it.
Well, it's just what you do. You go to school and, they enrolled me, my parents. It was expected. But now there are no more expectations. I mean, I haven't been back since, nor do I intend to.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of the same. I mean, it's just something you do. You just go there, you get to know people, you learn something, and then you get a job or you start a business. I don't know.
Connections and stuff. I was in a sorority as well, but it's a
I'm
good
not
thing.
even a little bit surprised about that.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
What did they do for
You
your
still
hazing
technically
ritual?
are. So
Yeah, maybe I should just pop up there. They would be floored.
that is a good. Did you have a hazing ritual?
Yeah, but it's not something that
You're supposed to talk about.
yeah, especially with boys.
Oh, okay. I'll like put my hands on my helmet over where my ears would be.
No, no. You're not getting any honey here. Honey.
Mm. I can
What
leave if
happened?
you want to tell Theta.
I
Uh,
once I once heard about a story where they were like, I mean, this wasn't even university level, this was high school level hazing. Like the grade 10s came into the new high school or whatever. And they decided to paddle them in one of the back hallways of a high school. I always
That's
felt like
just
I
R.
missed.
Why?
I don't know. Just always felt like I missed out on that though.
it's typical closeted behavior, but what happens in Kappa Tau Gamma sorority stays in Kappa Tau Gamma forever.
Alrighty.
True.
What
You
is
know,
in this, by the way, that we're drinking? It feels like sulfur.
Oh, I don't know. It's just alcohol, but it's brewed with.
It's not. It's not just alcohol. That's crazy. Unless look at like the proof on it. Is it like above 70% or something?
Like
Yeah,
80.
we're just drinking like straight Everclear, you know.
Oh, it is just alcohol. Jesus.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna give you guys alcohol laced with drugs and not warn you ahead of time.
Oh, I didn't think it was that direction. It was just really strong for some reason.
I don't know, it's special Nova shit, so I'm assuming that it's like Nova science.
The best kind.
Could I make a stronger alcohol?
I'm
Oh,
willing to test
please.
it if you do.
What if I go like 110%? Like that? Is that possible? Probably not. Or maybe, I don't know. I need some microscopes.
This alcohol is so alcoholic that it has 10% more alcohol.
Exactly.
I don't know if it's so much the alcohol content that's what makes this hit harder, as like maybe how it's brewed, how it's structured to bypass resistances easier. I don't know. I am literally just pulling at straws here. I don't know why it works, but it does.
Cheers to that. Let's go.
I mean, isn't
You
that
need to
all
slow down,
science?
or you're gonna be puking in like 2 more minutes here.
Yeah,
Just so you know.
again. Yeah.
Speaking of our university, I don't understand like these three people, like they are from the church that's anti-Nova. Why did they attack just a university? Am I missing something?
I also was wondering that actually. Like I've been thinking about that on and off. It does seem like a strange thing to do. Is it just because it's in Novara?
It could be.
Wasn't there a rally?
Well,
What was the
there
rally
was.
about?
And they're using that as an alibi to say that they had nothing to do with the attack. We don't know that for sure.
But
Wait, a rally for what? I
They were just
like
protesting like they normally did, you know?
yeah, but it was pretty. I mean, it was planned out.
wait, protesting against what?
Same old typical church nonsense, you know? They
Oh,
think
okay.
Novas are like the coming of the devil or something. Whatever.
Wait, so they attacked their own?
I
What?
mean, they attacked the whole campus, but
Right.
A campus without Novas while there were their people protesting against Novas?
Can
This makes no
Theta
sense.
can Theta look up on her phone to see if there's been a release on why they attacked the campus? On why they
Yeah.
think, sorry, they attacked the campus?
Yeah. So there's a lot of different articles from different points in time from when this happened, as well as some articles that have like time stamped as the article is updated. So essentially, like on the first day, they found like a manifesto on one of the attackers that was like these attackers believed that they were like saving the souls of the impressionable youth of Novara because they are being brainwashed by Novas to continue to worship Novas. Um the Church of Michael Archangel people that were there protesting were continuing to protest like Novas being in positions of power, and just being anti-Nova in general, that like people need to stop worshiping Novas are terrible, they are evil, they cannot be trusted, all that typical shit.
Did you guys have Nova professors at the school?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, the entire university was baseline.
Weird.
Yeah, like until these guys erupted, the only known novas that were in the city, it was Gilder and Rakes.
Interesting.
But the like later on there was shown to be like concerns. There's no proof of this, but there are concerns like this is an indication of a rising frustration with the presence of novas. And it is not just the hate towards novas, it is a hate for the culture that has arisen around novas, which they believe was the real motivation behind the attack. They may have made themselves believe like, oh, we're saving the souls of these people, but it's an attack on pro nova culture and ideology. That these are essentially extremists that view essentially a society that allows novas to be in positions of power and continues to like look at novas as celebrities and celebrate them as a degradation of like humanity and like the ruin of the soul essentially. um they can't say for sure because it's not like these people wrote down all of their
Yeah.
thoughts, but just from what they've been able to piece together, they think like it's essentially politically motivated against the status quo of a pro nova oriented culture.
All right.
Which, you know, there has been plenty of sources out there of people asking like, why the hell would they attack baselines if their problem is with novas? What's the logic? And that seems to be the only answer is like they're not just attacking novas, they want to attack the culture.
I mean, Theta's gonna
Um,
pipe up too, probably because they can't attack a Nova. They probably don't have the funding, the tools, or the knowledge to actually take on a Nova if they are baselines themselves. So attacking the support was probably the easiest thing to do. And they saw the university as a support system. And in doing
Well,
so,
jokes
they
on them.
created, yeah, I was gonna say they created their worst nightmare over here with Zara.
What?
I mean, what's your little viral online thing you're doing right now? Nova breakfast? Nova gym time? Are you not idealizing the very thing that they were protesting and attacking you all over?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, I'm just living, but
Oh, I know. I'm not criticizing you. I'm just saying it's kind of funny that they,
I'll take it as a compliment.
as it backfired so wholly in their face.
Yeah, totally.
Does make me wonder, though, if we wanted to lure these three out, if we could use you as bait.
Sure, I'm good bait. But I can do more than just that, of course.
Yeah, no, I'm just wondering because I mean, I know we're supposed to leave it to our betters, and I did that with my mom and everything, but this does feel a little different given it's already out there in the public.
Well, I mean, we need to agree. Are we doing the whole respecting rules thing or not?
I'm towing a line. I am respecting rules when I can respect the rules. But this, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe we do set something up and we see if we bring some people out of the woodwork. At the very least, it might give the feds more leads to follow.
I don't like rules. How are you thinking to do this?
I don't know if we need to do much more than what you've already been doing. We just need to schedule more public appearances, places with you being out in the public.
Oh, I'm all up for that. I mean, it will come naturally as well, for sure. But the more the
Maybe,
merrier.
maybe a few statements on your social media about what happened at the university and how against those sorts of attacks you are.
Oh my god, I'm gonna hear from that lady again, I'm sure, if I post anything about it. I cannot listen to her again, Jesus.
I mean, you have to do it tactfully,
Alyssa.
but I don't think it would be against contract to be like, wow, I don't support school shootings. It's terrible what those extremists did at the university. Have a vigil for the lives lost.
Oh, that's smart. Big brain. What do you two think?
I mean, I think as long as we're not actively hunting them, we're obeying the rules. So I'm up for this. Better than just standing still, not doing anything.
I'm sorry, what were we talking about?
Oh my
Ross.
god.
Ross has been zoned out for a couple minutes.
I was
Jesus.
talking
Yeah, he's
about
right there.
setting a trap to lure out the three extremists into attacking us again.
To what end?
To fucking catch them. Get them off the street.
And why would you do that instead of those who are in place to do that as their job?
How long has it been since this happened?
Since the attack? It's been a little while, a couple of months. Well, a month and some weeks.
And again, it's not like we're going that far out of our way. As I was stating, Zara is technically already the epitome of what they were hating against. So we just let Zara continue to Zara
Haters
and
gonna hate.
bring them perhaps forward into doing more actions. And if they themselves don't show up, at the very least, we'll have more of a trail to follow and we'll be aware that they might show up to prevent casualties from happening. It's better than letting them stay hidden and plotting and being a way to get away with a surprise attack the next time they try.
I think maybe we shouldn't do anything without knowing a little bit more than what we currently know. That being said, they didn't specifically forbid us from looking those guys up, now did they?
No, they didn't.
Cool, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some computers from my room.
Sure.
Just a few.
Yeah, a couple laptops.
Yeah.
This
Sure.
one I draw on, this one I research on, but yeah, they all do the same thing.
Okay.
Can I make sure that my connection on these is encrypted before I start using the internet?
Sure. Yeah. It's gonna, go ahead and be a smarty boy.
Okay.
The skill. I
Roll
want to
your
say
smarty
computer,
boy
but I'm
skill.
pretty sure computer is not in here. And my
Smarty
brain
boy
is thinking
skill.
WAD.
There's technology.
Technology. Yes.
Technology? Sweet.
Yeah.
I advocate
Do I apply
for
my
smarty boy.
do I apply my mega intellect here scale?
I would say so.
Okay.
How much scale do you have?
I have 3 dots of mega intellect, so I think that's scale 4.
Okay, so you don't need to roll.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The OpNet connection through here is secure. It's encrypted and everything, so you're good.
Sweet. Start doing some research on these 3 names we have.
Okay. Who do you want to start with?
I will just move down the list. We'll start with Julianne McRae.
So Juliette McCrae. Start digging around. She has some social media presence. Obviously, there are news articles where her name has shown up that you can find. But she has been. She's gone to prison a couple times. Well, let me rephrase. She has been charged with crimes a few times, been to prison once. She went to prison for what ended up being 40 years for an assault. The looking into the assault, she was essentially in an altercation outside of a bar here in Nebraska with a homosexual man. She, all things considered, got off fairly light, which is not clear why, but she did not get as much time as she could have. Aside from that, she has been charged on multiple times with conspiracy involving a number of hate crimes, but has never been convicted due to a lack of evidence, essentially. However, there was one case in her hometown, essentially, where there was evidence, yet shockingly, the jury innocent is the ruling they went with. Which is a little concerning, but it is what it is. She has been, up until recently, connected to the Church of Michael Archangel and has been a vocal supporter of it and very active in that community for like the last, you're looking through, doing some digging, and it's pretty much, as long as the church has been around, she's been a part of it. So she's been in it for the last, 10 years, essentially.
And did her record of hate crimes coincide with the time she's been with Michael Archangel, or was that all before she joined the church?
Some of it is during that time, some of it is before.
So
The hate crimes from before were aimed at minority groups of like the LGBT plus variety. And when the Nova stuff really started kicking off, she was essentially picking fights with people who were supportive of Novas, as well as still going after people of that previous group.
Where's her hometown?
It's in a southern portion of Nebraska. It's pretty much just like literally like a farm town of like nothing but farms and a couple stores and obviously like neighborhoods. But aside from that, it's small population. It's like 2,000 people. Nothing big. Based off of what you've been looking at, it seems like her residence has changed since that stuff happened in her hometown. She moved out, went elsewhere.
All right. Am I able to the names of anybody who has sat the jury on her trial, where she should have been convicted and arrested?
No.
Okay.
Those names are left anonymous.
Fair enough. Okay. Any questions we want to ask about Juliet while I have her information pulled up?
No questions, just the comment that she's a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, we knew that beforehand, but doubly so now.
Yeah.
Double bitch.
Bigots are bigoted? Say that so.
Unbelievable. All right. Moving down the list to Isaiah Williams.
Yeah. Isaiah Williams, not the exact same kind of story, but kind of similar. Guy's been hardcore church boy. Looks like he comes from a family whose entire identity is the church, even before Michael Archangel cropped up. But they fell in line with the Church of Michael Archangel pretty fucking quickly. He has been very vocal on social media. From the start, he has been decrying the existence of novas. Like he's straight up been like, this is witchcraft, this is sorcery, they are evil, they are agents of the devil, all over social media. And he is also somebody who very frequently just throws around the word aberrant. Yeah. There's not a lot beyond that. He hasn't been like charged with anything before, as far as you can tell. Like you find a speeding ticket from like 5 years ago. But beyond that, no crimes listed. But very active. He you are able to learn like he did in his high school participate in like the ROTC program, if you're familiar with what that is.
Yeah, I got you.
And then he essentially has been part of like a local militia for like 10 years. And has otherwise not pursued like a higher education, from what you can tell, beyond high school. And what he does for work is not super clear.
You mentioned that Juliet had changed residency. First, to follow up on that, did we learn where she has moved to?
No.
Okay.
That is not findable at the moment.
Sure.
If you want to dedicate more time to it, you could potentially find it, but at the moment it is she's smoke and mirrors.
Okay. I probably will, considering the interest that's been shown in like doing something about these people by my team here, but for now we'll just leave it at a cursory glance.
Okay.
And then I suppose from there, do we have any questions about Isaiah?
No.
Sounds like no. Okay, cool. And then Josh Patton.
Yeah, Josh Patton, he's a guy who's been in and out of trouble. He got out of prison a few years ago, about 3 years ago. He did about 10 years of hard time in a federal prison. He was essentially part of a what he would call a local militia, and was essentially caught with hard drugs, and was also charged with conspiracy to murder, as well as a accessory to murder involving a hate crime. He was not directly involved, obviously, as an accessory and with conspiracy. He helped with the murder of a Nova.
Shit.
Yeah. They essentially, like, very close to end day, essentially. There was somebody who began expressing very what would be quantified as bestial features, with like horns and strange ears and stuff like that. And in the area, there was definitely some people who felt like this was the result of demonic possession. Like there were some people who got a little crazy. And this person, without going into the gory details, was essentially abducted. They were taken out to a field, tied to a post, and were essentially tortured to death. While he was not part of that explicitly, he was involved in carrying it out. and was also essentially supplying drugs to the people involved. Another case of why did this guy only get 10 years? Like, that's pretty light, all things considered.
Who was? Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Who was the Nova that got killed by them?
It was a man by the name of Alex Warden. He was essentially a 18-year-old high schooler in his senior year. There's not a lot of information available about him online. Like, it even looks like his social media pages were shut down post-mortem.
Well, I understand the respect angle. It is a little odd considering how famous Novas are that there's nothing about him.
Yeah. I won't
So
make you roll
nothing.
for it because you've got the mega intelligence to do the research and everything. From what you're able to piece together just looking at this, you don't think it's necessarily about an issue with popularity,
Mhm.
because even though you were around at the time, but you were still pretty young, so you weren't really like super aware of what the news cycle was like at the time. The news was insane in 2018. It
I can
was
imagine. Yeah.
it was crazy. News cycles were like hours instead of this is the news of the day. It
Yeah.
was high speed. This is what's happening. This is what's happening. Like, because we're talking about something that happened like within the first couple weeks of
Right.
end day. And so like this was a small case that happened, and there was a splash about it in Nebraska news. But in US news, it's drowned out by everything else going on. Which, depending on how you feel, your character might consider that, horrible that other things would be put above a hate crime. But
And a murder too, no less.
yeah.
Well, there we go, guys. Cheery information about all of them, as we expected. We could definitely use this to help lure them out a little bit. It's the plan that we want to go with. The only thing I'm concerned about is other people getting caught in the crossfire. I'm
Yeah.
not concerned about us, but, people who can't defend themselves properly.
Yeah, that is the problem. But can't you there's in the movies you always see that, extra smart guy just put things up on a board and just connect the dots and then you just know where they are.
Sure, I know the trope. You want me to try that real quick for you?
I mean, it's like you're supposed to be like mega smart. Maybe just something just clicks if you try,
Yeah, that's you, Boo. You can do it. We believe in you. Connect those dots. Make a cat out of it.
What?
What?
Okay,
I
I'm
get that
putting this
one.
away. I'm putting away the alcohol.
I guess I
Um,
could try to formulate some kind of connection here.
One of we'll say, Theta, your
Yes.
phone rings.
Oh, fuck. Okay. She looks
Mhm.
at her phone. She's kind of surprised. Like, she
Yeah.
doesn't usually get phone calls.
Unknown number.
Okay, she'll answer. Hello?
You pick up the phone and you immediately hear Gilder's voice.
Oh, hey.
Good day, Theta.
Yes. Gilder.
I hope you recall the terms and conditions of the discussion we had involving Utopia's presence in the city?
I do.
Consider this my first leaning into that. There's going to be something of a charity event happening next week.
Okay.
I would appreciate it if you and yours would make an appearance. Members
What?
of the city council will be there, as well as your Bryce McCoy, I believe. But I want to make sure that the new Novas in town are present rather than just the suits on Utopia's payroll.
All right. I'll let the others know. What's this charity supporting?
This is about funding for the victims of political violence.
All right.
As you can imagine, I'm assuming you've heard through your teammates that there has been a terrible tragedy a few months prior. We are taking an initiative to put more funding into helping those families who have been affected across the country due to actions such as these, to help cover costs for legal fees, funerals, and so on.
Sure, makes sense to me.
I would also, as part of my request of your presence, encourage you to get familiar with the city council members.
All right.
If that is agreeable, then I look forward to meeting you next week. The details will be sent along. And do dress nice.
Will do.
Good. See you then. And then he hangs up.
That was fucking weird.
What?
All right. Gilder wants us to show up for a charity event next week and get to know the council and women of the city.
A charity for what?
Victims of political violence.
Oh my god, this is perfect.
It's
Wait, you
very
guys.
conveniently timed.
Yeah, it's too perfect. Oh my god, what if he's listening on us with his mind or something? We were just talking about it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
know.
What?
also-
Don't you see? What?
No, I do. I get it. Like I said, weird
I
timing.
mean, it's auspicious, yeah, for sure. A charity event, though. Again, people in the crossfire.
But if this is something arranged by Gilder himself,
It could be.
he's letting us know. I imagine there's
And
some
you know-
precautions in place.
Maybe we could plan, just in case, for... Maybe I could whip up some kind of force field or something.
That's smart.
Perhaps.
Obviously, he requested that we dress up for the event as well.
I'll just put my tuxedo on real quick. Done.
I feel like as she said that, she was actually looking at Moses.
What would the
Pac-Man suit's not going to work this time.
I think
what
on that
about
horrible note? That's the perfect point to end it on. That's the horrible cliffhanger we should leave the listeners with.
Yeah,
What is
oof.
Moses going to wear if he can't wear his Pac-Man suit? But yeah, I do want to stop here because I don't want us to launch into an entire conversation about how you're going to handle this meeting. We're going to save that for next time because that's a
Sounds
week
good.
away in the
Yeah.
world.
Okay.
So you'll have time to make preparations and stuff next time, as well as continue to chase this rabbit hole of these 3 criminals. So, XP, 3 XP for this session. Things are starting to, well, let's just say the cogs are beginning to turn. Not that they haven't been turning, but the players are getting into the machine. So, questions, comments, concerns? Did everybody have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Session.
Now
That's
we're
fun.
real heroes.
Woo!
It's true. It's
Maxie.
true. Now you are very officially like Utopia branded.
Damn.
Yep. with all the glitz and glam and consequences that comes with it.
Ooh.
Ooh, we need a matching tattoo now.
Oh no.
It's just the Utopia symbol. Just all of us on the wrist right here.
Theta already has tattoos.
We'll match Theta's tattoos, whatever they are. We'll just get the same thing.
Damn.
What's the
I was actually trying to plan out what kind of tattoo she had the other day, but I haven't come to a full consensus yet. But it's gonna be like a lot of like American and neo-traditional tattoos is I think the vibe she would have gone with.
Sure. Sounds cool.
just that
But yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh friendship tattoo on the
Oh,
forearm?
classic.
Fucking smiley face. Yep.
There you go. All right, cool. Well, let's go ahead and close this out. As a reminder, if you want to support us, we're not asking for money. Just go ahead, subscribe, comment, like, review. Share it with your friends or family, whoever, anybody thinks would be interested. Just shout us out to them. We're findable on pretty much anywhere you get your podcasts, as well as YouTube. Anything helps boost our standing with the algorithm gods. So, other than that, I hope we'll see you on the next one. So until then, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.